Welcome to our professional training series in divination, tarot, and astrology. The following training in astrology was developed for students that are going through the courses with the School of Our Divine Infinite Being. The order and sequence of training are created with specific elements of repetition throughout for the purpose of reinforcing memory and clarity. We wanted to make our training available to the general public here on YouTube, while also encouraging those interested in a career as a divination professional in astrology and tarot to check out our programs at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. We have post-graduation program assistance that you will not find anywhere else. This includes live video consultation technology, calendar booking, social share tools, affiliate program development, e-commerce, and the opportunity to take clients from the marketing efforts of our talented in-house staff. Again, you will find all of this at www.divineinfinitebeing.com. Sponsored by astrologypro.com, the #1 platform for astrologers and tarot readers to operate their divination services. We hope you enjoy this training. Introduction. Venus, commonly known as the celestial body associated with affection, maintains an enthralling and celestial aura within Western astrology. Given its designation as a tribute to the Roman deity of love, attractiveness, and concord, Venus epitomizes a celestial energy that profoundly impacts various aspects of the human existence. In Western astrology, Venus assumes the role of a stellar guiding light, shedding light upon the pathways to love, attractiveness, concord, and individual principles, thus enriching our lives through its captivating and multifaceted influence. Symbolizations of the Venus. In astrological terms, Venus symbolizes not just romantic love, but encompasses a broader spectrum of attributes. It represents aesthetics, values, relationships, and the way individuals express affection and seek harmony in their lives. Positioned strategically in an astrological birth chart, Venus unveils profound insights into one's emotional needs, preferences, and relational dynamics. At its core, Venus governs the pleasures of life. It embodies beauty in all its forms, from physical allure to artistic creativity, from the appreciation of art and music to the pursuit of elegance and refinement. The influence of the Venus. Venus, the celestial body associated with affection, aesthetic appeal, and concordance, influences our existence, encompassing artistic endeavors, social interactions, and financial choices. Its positioning in an individual's natal chart unveils diverse aspects of their character, encompassing their approach to love, emotional requirements, amorous tendencies, and preferences in a significant other. Venus symbolizes our love language, guiding our modes of expressing fondness, seeking equilibrium, and establishing bonds with others. Individuals influenced by Venus tend to possess an innate sense of style, appreciating aesthetics in their surroundings and seeking harmony in their interactions. Realm of love. Moreover, Venus's influence extends beyond the realm of love. It intertwines with one's sense of self-worth and financial inclinations. The planet's position in a birth chart can indicate an individual's attitude toward money, material possessions, and the pursuit of luxury or comfort. It plays a significant role in guiding career choices, as it often points to professions associated with creativity, aesthetics, counseling, or the arts. Periodically, Venus undergoes retrograde phases, offering an opportunity for introspection and reevaluation of values, relationships, and personal desires. During these periods, individuals might experience shifts in their perceptions of love, beauty, and material needs, prompting a reconsideration of their priorities. Beauty of the Venus. Venus's beauty was renowned throughout the heavens and became the subject of envy among other deities. She possessed an otherworldly charm, enchanting gods and mortals alike with her irresistible allure. This celestial beauty, however, was more than skin deep. It carried immense power that transcended mere physical attraction. Beyond her captivating exterior, Venus wielded authority over love and desire, She had the ability to inspire affection, passion, and romantic entanglements among gods and mortals. Her influence extended far and wide, shaping the course of relationships, instigating both harmony and discord, and entwining individuals in the intricate web of love. Legacy of the Venus. Venus, as depicted in myth, continues to resonate in contemporary culture, influencing artistic expression, literature, and the eternal quest for love and beauty. Her legacy endures as a symbol of the profound and captivating forces that shape the human heart, perpetuating the enchantment and allure of Venus in the tapestry of human existence. Moreover, Venus patronized artistry, creativity, and fertility. She was associated with the blooming of flowers, the rejuvenation of nature, and the celebration of life's pleasures. Temples and festivals dedicated to Venus, such as the famous Aphrodisia, honored her influence over love, beauty, and the fecundity of the natural world. Venus in astrology, a mirror of personal identity in astrology. In the celestial theater of Western astrology, Venus reflects our personal identity through the lens of values, relationships, and self-expression. Far beyond its role as the planet of love, Venus reveals how we project our inner world outwardly, crafting our social and emotional identities. Each Venus placement speaks volumes about an individual's unique priorities, what they find desirable, how they create bonds, and the specific ways they strive for harmony in their surroundings. Venus's influence permeates the spectrum of life, shaping not only romantic tendencies but also how one curates aesthetics in everything from art to personal style. By interpreting Venus in the natal chart, we understand its role as an arbiter of balance between self-fulfillment and our relationships with others. Whether it emphasizes practicality, exuberance, or intuition, Venus's cosmic message urges us to align our personal values with the world around us, finding cohesion and self-authenticity in all aspects of life. Astrological significance of the Venus. In the intricate realm of Western astrology, Venus assumes a pivotal role, representing an array of significant themes and influences. As one of the inner planets, Venus symbolizes essential aspects of human nature, guiding our perceptions of love, beauty, values, and social interactions. Moreover, Venus signifies our values and what we consider aesthetically pleasing. It shapes our tastes in art, fashion, and the finer things in life. The placement of Venus in a birth chart can indicate the type of beauty that resonates with an individual, whether it's classic elegance, avant-garde expressions, or natural allure. Astrologically, Venus signifies one's approach to relationships and the qualities they seek in a partner. It sheds light on the way people attract and engage with others, revealing their romantic inclinations, desires, and compatibility patterns. Venus's placement in different zodiac signs and houses further delineates the nuances of an individual's love language, their ideals in relationships, and the way they handle emotional connections. Venus's mystical influence, enhancing intuition and divination. Venus's mystical influence extends to intuition and divination, particularly in esoteric traditions. Revered for her connection to love and beauty, Venus is believed to enhance emotional intelligence and sensitivity, aiding individuals in making intuitive decisions related to relationships, creativity, and aesthetics. Diviners often incorporate Venusian symbols and imagery into tarot readings and astrology, offering insights into matters of love and attraction. Rituals and offerings to Venus may seek her guidance and blessings in matters of the heart, utilizing flowers, perfumes, and meditative practices to connect with her energy. In planetary magic, practitioners harness Venus's energies through correspondences like colors, herbs, and crystals to amplify intentions related to love, passion, and emotional well-being. Overall, Venus's influence in intuition and divination serves as a source of inspiration and guidance for those seeking deeper understanding in matters of the heart and creativity. Venus represents In relationships, Venus represents one's romantic inclinations and preferences, unveiling the love language of an individual and outlining how they express affection and what they seek in a partner. Venetian individuals value loyalty, emotional connection, and mutual respect, placing a significant emphasis on the aesthetics of relationships and the beauty found in intimate connections. However, Venus's influence isn't solely confined to matters of the heart, as it also intertwines with an individual's values and material inclinations, signifying their attitude toward finances, possessions, and the pursuit of material comfort. Astrological phase. During Venus retrograde, individuals reevaluate their emotional connections, romantic patterns, and perceptions of beauty and harmony. This astrological phase impacts not only romantic relationships but also self-worth and financial matters, prompting introspection into how individuals value themselves and others. It often prompts a re-examination of relationships, delving into unresolved issues, reassessing the dynamics within partnerships, and exploring any underlying tensions or unmet emotional needs. Venus retrograde challenges conventional notions of beauty and values, encouraging a deeper exploration of personal aesthetics and what is considered attractive or valuable. Venus acts as a celestial matchmaker. Venus, the celestial body associated with love according to astrological beliefs, exerts a profound influence on human emotions and interpersonal relationships, thereby offering profound insights into one's romantic predispositions, emotional requirements, and interconnections with others. The movements of Venus across the celestial sphere significantly impact matters pertaining to financial resources, artistic inventiveness, and opportunities for embarking upon new romantic endeavors, thereby endowing individuals with invaluable wisdom for navigating the intricate dynamics of life. Venus inspires artists to create and express themselves authentically, infusing their work with the essence of life's intrinsic beauty. Understanding the influence of the Venus? Understanding the influence of Venus in love encourages us to embrace the complexities of relationships with empathy and awareness. It invites us to cherish the beauty in our connections, honor our emotional needs, and foster deeper connections with ourselves and others. By acknowledging Venus's role in shaping our perceptions of love, we embark on a journey of self-discovery, compassion, and a deeper appreciation for the intricate dance of affection that defines the human experience. Venus's influence often manifests in professions that involve cultivating beauty or enhancing the world aesthetically. This inclination can lead individuals to careers in beauty, cosmetics, interior design, or even professions involving luxurious goods and services. They possess an eye for elegance and are drawn to work environments that reflect their sense of style and refinement. Venus in career and finances. Venus, often associated with love, beauty, and harmony in astrology, also extends its influence into the realms of career and finances. While not traditionally perceived as a planet governing these areas, its impact on one's professional life and financial endeavors is profound and multifaceted. In essence, Venus in astrology acts as a guiding light, illuminating the path to understanding, empathy, and the profound mysteries of love. Its influence permeates our lives, enriching our relationships and nurturing the intricate bonds that connect us, echoing the eternal sentiment that love, in its purest essence, remains a celestial gift that transcends time and space. Venus's influence shapes an individual's attitude. In terms of finances, Venus's influence shapes an individual's attitude towards money and wealth. Those under Venus's sway often value comfort, indulgence, and the finer things in life. While they appreciate financial stability, they are equally motivated by the enjoyment that money can bring. As a result, they might lean towards spending on high-quality items, experiences, or investing in art, collectibles, or items of beauty and value. Venus also affects the way individuals handle financial partnerships and collaborations. It influences their approach to negotiations, favoring diplomacy and compromise over aggressive tactics. This inclination towards harmony can sometimes lead them to make financial decisions based on emotional attachments or aesthetic appeal, rather than purely practical considerations. Venus's influence on careers and finances. Venus, the planet of love in astrology, influences human emotions and relationships profoundly. It guides individuals through the complexities of love, offering insights into their romantic inclinations, emotional needs, and connections with others. Venus retrograde prompts introspection, providing an opportunity for self-reflection and growth, challenging conventional notions of beauty and values. Venus transits impact finances, creativity, and opportunities for new love, providing valuable insights for navigating life's various dynamics. Venus dictates an individual's love language, influencing how they communicate and express affection. The influence of Venus in transit extends. The influence of Venus in transit extends its effects across different spheres of life. For instance, when Venus transits through fire signs like Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, it ignites a passionate and spontaneous energy. People may feel more assertive in their relationships or more driven to pursue their creative endeavors during these times. On the other hand, when Venus moves through earth signs such as Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, there's a focus on stability, sensuality, and practicality in matters of love, finances, and aesthetics. Famous personalities with prominent Venus. Venus, as perceived in the context of Western astrology, holds sway over the realm of desire, sexual potency, and a multitude of facets that comprise one's existence. The locus of its positioning within an individual's natal chart can wield a substantial and profound impact on their very essence and the intricacies that shape their interpersonal dynamics. Renowned figures such as the prodigious Leonardo da Vinci, the captivating Audrey Hepburn, and the iconic Martin Luther King Jr. were known to possess prominent Venusian placements, as evidenced by the indelible mark left by Venus on their lives and the remarkable accomplishments they achieved as a result. Venus's prominent placement in the birth charts. Venus, its positioning within an individual's natal chart, unveils diverse aspects of their character, encompassing their approach to love, emotional requirements, amorous tendencies, and preferences in a significant other. Venus symbolizes our love language, guiding our modes of expressing fondness, seeking equilibrium, and establishing bonds with others. Profound comprehension of the intricacies surrounding Venus in astrology empowers individuals to navigate their relationships and aspirations with a heightened degree of self-awareness. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with the Sun in astrology? When Venus is in conjunction with the Sun in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are aligned closely in the same zodiac sign. This conjunction is also known as the Venus Cazimi, and it's considered a powerful and harmonious aspect. Here are some general interpretations. Enhanced beauty and charisma. The Sun represents the self and vitality, while Venus is associated with love, beauty, and attraction. When these two planets are in conjunction, there is often an enhancement of one's natural beauty, charisma, and attractiveness. This can lead to a more appealing and charming presence. Harmonious relationships. This conjunction is often seen as favorable for relationships. There is a blending of personal identity, Sun, with the qualities of love and connection, Venus. It can signify a period of harmony, mutual understanding, and positive interactions in relationships. Artistic inspiration. Venus is linked to art and aesthetics, and when in conjunction with the Sun, it can bring about artistic inspiration and creativity. This is a favorable time for engaging in artistic pursuits, whether it's visual arts, music, or other forms of creative expression. Financial opportunities. Venus also has associations with money and finances. The conjunction with the Sun may bring positive financial opportunities, whether through increased income, favorable financial decisions, or a general sense of abundance. Affectionate expressions. This aspect can foster warm and affectionate expressions in relationships, It's a favorable time for expressing love and appreciation for others, and romantic relationships may experience increased harmony. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with the Sun in astrology? When Venus is in opposition with the Sun in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 180 degrees apart in the zodiac. This aspect is known as a Venus-Sun opposition or Venus opposing the Sun. Oppositions often bring a tension between the energies of the planets involved. Here are some general interpretations for Venus in opposition to the Sun. Potential for creative tension. While oppositions can signify challenges, they also offer an opportunity for growth and integration. The tension between Venus and the Sun may stimulate creative solutions and a deeper understanding of both one's individual needs and those of a partner. Awareness of relationship dynamics. The opposition can bring awareness to relationship dynamics and patterns. This can be a time for introspection and communication to address any underlying issues within partnerships. Balancing pleasure and responsibility. Venus is associated with pleasure, while the Sun represents responsibilities and the sense of self. This opposition may highlight the need to balance enjoying life's pleasures with fulfilling responsibilities and obligations. Opportunity for growth and integration. The aspect can serve as a catalyst for personal development, fostering a deeper understanding of how to harmonize self-expression with relational needs. Heightened self-awareness in partnerships. The tension may prompt individuals to examine their role in partnerships more critically, leading to improved communication and mutual understanding. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Sun in astrology? When Venus is in trine with the Sun in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 120 degrees apart in the zodiac. Trines are considered harmonious aspects, suggesting a positive and flowing energy between the planets involved. Here are some general interpretations for Venus in trine with the Sun. Harmony in relationships. The trine aspect between Venus and the Sun is often associated with harmony and positive interactions in relationships. There is a natural alignment between personal expression, Sun, and the qualities of love, attraction, and sociability, Venus. Increased charm and attractiveness. This aspect tends to enhance one's charm, beauty, and overall attractiveness. It's a favorable time for socializing, meeting new people, and enjoying the company of others. Balanced self-expression. The trine between Venus and the Sun promotes a balanced and harmonious expression of the self. Individuals may feel more confident and comfortable expressing their values, desires, and creative pursuits. Artistic inspiration. Both Venus and the Sun have connections to creativity and artistic expression. This trine may inspire artistic endeavors, whether in visual arts, music, or other creative outlets. It's a favorable time for aesthetic appreciation and creative pursuits. Positive financial opportunities. Venus is also associated with finances, and a trine with the Sun may bring positive financial opportunities or a general sense of abundance. It could be a good time for financial investments or decisions. What does it mean when Venus is squared with Sun in astrology? When Venus is square the Sun in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 90 degrees apart in the zodiac. This aspect is known as a square, and it typically signifies a dynamic and challenging relationship between the energies of the planets involved. Here are some general interpretations for Venus square the Sun. Tension in relationships. Squares often indicate tension and conflict, and in the case of Venus square the Sun, there can be challenges within relationships. There may be a struggle between the need for personal expression and the desire for harmony and connection. Conflict between individuality and partnership. The square aspect may highlight a conflict between the individual's sense of self, Sun, and the desire for love, beauty, and connection, Venus. Balancing personal needs with the needs of a relationship can be a source of tension. Issues of self-worth. Venus is associated with self-worth and values, while the Sun represents the ego. The square may bring up issues related to self-esteem and how one's sense of self-worth is influenced by relationships or external validation. Challenges in creative expression. Both Venus and the Sun have connections to creativity, and a square between them may bring challenges in expressing artistic or creative endeavors. There could be a struggle between personal creative expression and the need for validation. Financial conflicts. Venus is also associated with finances, and a square with the Sun may bring financial challenges or conflicts. There could be disagreements over spending habits or financial priorities. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Sun in astrology? When Venus is in sextile with the Sun in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 60 degrees apart in the zodiac. The sextile is generally considered a harmonious aspect, suggesting a positive and cooperative relationship between the energies of Venus, love, beauty, and relationships, and the Sun, individuality and vitality. Here are some general interpretations for Venus sextile the Sun. Harmonious relationships. The sextile aspect indicates a natural flow of energy between Venus and the Sun, making it a favorable time for relationships. There's a balance between individual self-expression, Sun, and the desire for harmony and connection, Venus. Increased attractiveness. Venus sextile the Sun often enhances personal charm and attractiveness. This can make social interactions more enjoyable, and individuals may find it easier to connect with others. Creative expression. Both Venus and the Sun are associated with creativity, and the sextile aspect can stimulate creative expression. It's a positive time for artistic pursuits, whether in the form of visual arts, music, or other creative outlets. Positive self-esteem. This aspect can contribute to a positive sense of self-worth and self-esteem. There's a natural alignment between personal identity, Sun, and a sense of value and beauty, Venus. Financial opportunities. Venus is associated with finances, and the sextile with the Sun may bring positive financial opportunities or a general sense of financial well-being. It could be a good time for making sound financial decisions. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Moon in astrology? When Venus is in conjunction with the Moon in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are closely aligned in the same zodiac sign. This conjunction represents a blending of the energies related to love, relationships, Venus, and emotions, nurturing, Moon. Here are some general interpretations for Venus in conjunction with the Moon. Harmonious emotions. The conjunction of Venus and the Moon is often associated with harmonious and positive emotional experiences. There is a natural alignment between the desire for love, beauty, and connection, Venus, and the nurturing, receptive qualities of the Moon. Enhanced sensitivity. Both Venus and the Moon are linked to sensitivity and receptivity. When in conjunction, there is an increased emotional sensitivity, making individuals more attuned to the feelings and needs of themselves and others. Romantic and affectionate expressions. This aspect is conducive to romantic and affectionate expressions in relationships. It can be a time when individuals express their feelings with warmth, tenderness, and a desire for closeness. Artistic inspiration. Venus is associated with aesthetics and the Moon with imagination. The conjunction may stimulate artistic inspiration, making it a favorable time for creative endeavors, especially those related to beauty, art, and design. Domestic bliss. The Moon is associated with home and domestic life, and Venus represents love and harmony. The conjunction may bring a sense of domestic bliss, creating a harmonious and aesthetically pleasing environment. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with Moon in astrology? When Venus is in opposition with the Moon in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 180 degrees apart in the zodiac. An opposition is generally considered a challenging aspect, and in this case it involves tension between the energies related to love, relationships, Venus, and emotions, nurturing, Moon. Here are some general interpretations for Venus in opposition with the Moon. Tension in relationships. Oppositions often signify a conflict or tension, and when it comes to Venus and the Moon, there may be challenges in relationships. There could be a struggle between the desire for harmony, love, and connection, Venus, and the emotional needs and instincts, Moon. Conflict between head and heart. Venus represents love and values, while the Moon symbolizes emotions and intuition. The opposition may bring about a conflict between rational decision-making, Venus, and emotional reactions, Moon. Struggles with emotional expression. There may be difficulties in expressing emotions or a tendency to hold back feelings in relationships. The opposition can create a sense of inner conflict regarding how emotions are expressed or acknowledged. Financial tensions. Venus is also associated with finances, and an opposition with the Moon may bring financial tensions or conflicts related to money matters within personal or shared resources. Need for balance. Oppositions often indicate a need for balance, and in this case individuals may need to find a middle ground between the emotional and relational aspects represented by the Moon and Venus. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Moon in astrology? When Venus is in trine with the Moon in astrology, it indicates a harmonious and supportive relationship between these two celestial bodies. A trine aspect suggests a flow of positive energy, making it generally favorable for the qualities associated with Venus, love, beauty, and relationships, and the Moon, emotions, nurturing. Here are some general interpretations for Venus trine the Moon. Enhanced sensitivity. Both Venus and the Moon are connected to sensitivity, and the trine can amplify this quality. This heightened sensitivity can contribute to a greater understanding of others' needs and a more empathetic approach to relationships. Romantic harmony. The trine aspect is often associated with romantic harmony. It can create an environment where romantic expressions and gestures flow naturally, fostering a deeper connection between partners. Domestic bliss. The harmonious connection between Venus and the Moon contributes to a sense of domestic bliss. It can manifest as a pleasant and aesthetically pleasing home environment that promotes emotional well-being. Balanced emotional expression. The trine helps individuals express their emotions openly and without strain, blending affection with emotional receptivity in a way that strengthens bonds. Supportive environment for growth. This aspect can create an atmosphere in relationships and social settings that encourages mutual growth, emotional understanding, and personal well-being. What does it mean when Venus is squared with Moon in astrology? When Venus is in square aspect with the Moon in astrology, it indicates a challenging and dynamic relationship between these two celestial bodies. A square, which is an aspect of approximately 90 degrees, often brings tension and conflict. In the case of Venus square the Moon, there can be challenges in integrating the qualities associated with love, relationships, Venus, and emotions, nurturing, Moon. Here are some general interpretations. Conflict in relationships. This aspect often creates friction between your emotional needs, Moon, and your relational desires, Venus. You may feel that what brings you emotional comfort isn't always aligned with what you want in love, leading to periodic misunderstandings or tension in partnerships. Struggle between head and heart. Decisions in love, money, and personal life can feel like a tug-of-war between logic and emotion. While you may know what sensible, strong feelings or instinctive reactions can steer you in a different direction. Unresolved emotional issues. Venus square Moon can highlight past wounds or unmet needs that resurface in current relationships. These patterns may play out repeatedly until they're acknowledged and worked through. Financial tensions. Money matters can become emotionally charged, especially in close relationships or shared financial situations. Disagreements or spending driven by emotions rather than practicality may need careful attention. Communication challenges. You might find it difficult to express your feelings clearly or feel misunderstood by loved ones. This can lead to holding emotions back, which may build up and eventually cause greater tension. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Moon in astrology? When Venus is in sextile with the Moon in astrology, it indicates a harmonious and positive relationship between these two celestial bodies. A sextile is an aspect of approximately 60 degrees, suggesting an easy flow of energy between Venus, love, beauty, relationships, and the Moon, emotions, nurturing. Here are some general interpretations for Venus sextile the Moon. Harmonious emotional expression. The sextile fosters an easy, natural flow between feelings and affection, allowing individuals to express emotions openly and warmly. This creates a supportive, nurturing atmosphere in both romantic and platonic relationships. Enhanced sensitivity and empathy. Heightened awareness of emotional subtleties makes it easier to connect with others on a deeper level. This emotional intelligence supports understanding, compassion, and mutual care in personal interactions. Artistic and creative inspiration. The blend of Venusian aesthetics with the Moon's imagination can spark creative projects. This is an excellent period for art, music, design, or other beauty-driven pursuits that also carry emotional resonance. Domestic comfort and aesthetic harmony. This aspect encourages creating a pleasant and harmonious home life. The focus is on emotional security paired with beauty, resulting in an environment that nurtures both heart and mind. Balanced self-worth. Venus sextile Moon supports healthy self-esteem rooted in emotional stability and personal values. It helps individuals feel secure in expressing desires and maintaining relationships that align with their sense of worth. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Jupiter in astrology? When Venus is in conjunction with Jupiter in astrology, it signifies that these two planets are closely aligned in the same zodiac sign. The conjunction of Venus and Jupiter is generally considered one of the most positive and harmonious aspects in astrology, often referred to as the Great Conjunction. Here are some general interpretations for Venus in conjunction with Jupiter. Abundance and good fortune. The conjunction of Venus and Jupiter is associated with abundance, good fortune, and positive opportunities. It's a time when individuals may experience blessings both in relationships and in various areas of life. Expansive love and relationships. Venus represents love, beauty, and relationships, while Jupiter is associated with expansion and growth. The conjunction enhances the potential for expansive and fulfilling relationships filled with love, joy, and mutual understanding. Optimism and positivity. Both Venus and Jupiter are considered benefic planets, and their conjunction brings an abundance of optimism and positivity. Individuals may feel more hopeful, inspired, and open to the possibilities life has to offer. Financial prosperity. Venus and Jupiter are both connected to wealth and prosperity. The conjunction may bring financial opportunities, success in financial endeavors, or an overall sense of material well-being. Spiritual growth. Jupiter is also associated with wisdom and spiritual growth. The conjunction may bring a period of spiritual insight, understanding, and a deepening connection to one's higher self. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with Jupiter in astrology? When Venus is in opposition with Jupiter in astrology, it indicates that these two celestial bodies are approximately 180 degrees apart in the zodiac. Oppositions often bring a sense of tension and potential challenges, but in the case of Venus and Jupiter, both are generally considered benefic planets. Here are some general interpretations for Venus in opposition with Jupiter. Tensions in relationships. The opposition may bring challenges within relationships, as there can be a tension between the qualities associated with Venus, love, harmony, and beauty, and Jupiter, expansion, optimism, and growth. It's essential to navigate potential conflicts by finding a balance between individual desires and shared values. Excesses and overindulgence. Both Venus and Jupiter are associated with pleasure and indulgence. The opposition may highlight the risk of overindulgence, whether it's in terms of spending, eating, or seeking excessive pleasure. It's important to be mindful of moderation, balancing optimism and realism. Jupiter is known for its optimism and expansive outlook, while Venus seeks harmony and balance. The opposition may require individuals to find a balance between being optimistic about relationships and financial matters while remaining realistic and grounded. Financial considerations. Venus and Jupiter both have connections to finances, and their opposition may bring financial considerations. There could be fluctuations in financial situations, and it's advisable to exercise caution in financial decisions. Exploring new perspectives. Despite the challenges, the opposition may encourage individuals to explore new perspectives and broaden their understanding of relationships, values, and personal growth. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Jupiter in astrology? When Venus is in trine with Jupiter in astrology, it indicates that these two celestial bodies are approximately 120 degrees apart in the zodiac. Trines are generally considered harmonious aspects, suggesting a positive and flowing energy between the planets involved. Here are some general interpretations for Venus trine Jupiter: abundance and good fortune. The trine between Venus and Jupiter is often associated with abundance, good fortune, and positive opportunities. Individuals may experience a sense of prosperity and well-being both in relationships and various aspects of life. Expansive love and relationships. Venus represents love, beauty, and relationships, while Jupiter is associated with expansion and growth. The trine enhances the potential for expansive and fulfilling relationships marked by joy, generosity, and mutual understanding. Enhanced creativity. The trine aspect can stimulate creativity and artistic expression. It's a favorable time for engaging in artistic pursuits, whether in visual arts, music, or other creative endeavors. Financial prosperity. Venus and Jupiter are both associated with wealth and prosperity. The trine may bring financial opportunities, success in financial endeavors, or an overall sense of material well-being. Spiritual growth. Jupiter is also associated with wisdom and spiritual growth. The trine may bring a period of spiritual insight, understanding, and a deepening connection to one's higher self. What does it mean when Venus is squared with Jupiter in astrology? When Venus is square Jupiter in astrology, it means that these two planets are approximately 90 degrees apart in the zodiac, forming a challenging aspect known as a square. Squares often bring tension and conflict, and in the case of Venus square Jupiter, there can be challenges related to the energies of love, relationships, and abundance. Here are some general interpretations for Venus square Jupiter. Overindulgence and excess. Both Venus and Jupiter are associated with pleasure, indulgence, and abundance. The square aspect may amplify the tendency to overindulge or seek excess in various areas, such as spending, eating, or pursuing pleasure. It's important to practice moderation. Conflict between desires and reality. Venus represents personal desires and relationships, while Jupiter symbolizes expansion and growth. The square may create tension between individual desires for pleasure and the practical realities of life. Balancing personal desires with realistic expectations becomes crucial. Challenges in relationships. The square between Venus and Jupiter can bring challenges within relationships. There may be conflicts related to differing values, expectations, or a struggle to find common ground. It's important to address these challenges through open communication and compromise. Financial struggles. Venus and Jupiter both have connections to finances, and their square may bring financial challenges or conflicts. Overspending or overestimating financial capabilities can lead to difficulties. It's advisable to exercise caution in financial matters. Learning and growth. While squares can bring challenges, they also provide opportunities for growth and self-awareness. Individuals may learn valuable lessons about balancing desires, responsibilities, and relationships. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Jupiter in astrology? When Venus is in sextile with Jupiter in astrology, it indicates that these two celestial bodies are approximately 60 degrees apart in the zodiac. The sextile is generally considered a harmonious aspect, suggesting positive and cooperative interactions between Venus, love, relationships, beauty, and Jupiter, expansion, growth, optimism. Here are some general interpretations for Venus sextile Jupiter. Harmonious relationships. The sextile aspect between Venus and Jupiter is often associated with harmonious and positive relationships. There's a natural flow of energy that enhances the potential for love, joy, and mutual understanding in partnerships. Increased social enjoyment. This aspect contributes to positive and enjoyable social interactions. Individuals may find it easier to connect with others, form new friendships, and experience a sense of camaraderie. Creative inspiration. Venus is linked to aesthetics and Jupiter to expansive thinking. The sextile may stimulate creative inspiration, making it a favorable time for artistic pursuits, whether in visual arts, music, or other creative endeavors. Financial opportunities. Venus and Jupiter both have connections to finances, and their sextile may bring positive financial opportunities or a general sense of financial well-being. It could be a good time for making sound financial decisions. Generosity and benevolence. The harmonious connection between Venus and Jupiter encourages acts of generosity and kindness. Individuals may be more inclined to share their good fortune and spread positivity to others. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Mercury in astrology? When Venus is in conjunction with Mercury in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are closely aligned in the same zodiac sign. The conjunction of Venus and Mercury brings a blending of the energies associated with these planets. Here are some general interpretations for Venus conjunct Mercury. Harmonious communication. The conjunction of Venus and Mercury enhances communication, making it more harmonious and pleasant. Individuals may find it easier to express their thoughts and feelings with grace and charm. Expressive and artistic communication. Both Venus and Mercury are linked to artistic expression. The conjunction may stimulate creativity and communication, making it a favorable time for expressing ideas through art, writing, or other creative outlets. Relationship harmony. The conjunction of Venus and Mercury is positive for relationships. It can enhance understanding between partners and foster a sense of emotional connection through effective communication. Negotiation skills. The combination of Venus and Mercury enhances negotiation skills. Individuals may find themselves adept at finding compromises and reaching agreements in various areas of life. Pleasurable learning and studying. Learning and studying become more enjoyable during this conjunction, whether it's engaging in intellectual pursuits, attending educational events, or simply exploring new ideas. There's a sense of pleasure in the process. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with Mercury in astrology? When Venus is in opposition with Mercury in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 180 degrees apart in the zodiac. Oppositions generally indicate tension and potential challenges between the energies of the planets involved. Here are some general interpretations for Venus in opposition with Mercury. Conflict in communication. The opposition between Venus and Mercury may lead to conflicts and challenges in communication. There could be misunderstandings, misinterpretations, or disagreements in expressing thoughts and feelings. Struggle between head and heart. Venus represents emotions, love, and harmony, while Mercury is associated with intellect and communication. The opposition may highlight a struggle between emotional responses and logical thinking, creating a conflict between the head and the heart. Conflicts in relationships. The opposition between Venus and Mercury can manifest as conflicts within relationships. There may be challenges in understanding each other's needs and desires, potentially leading to tension or misunderstandings. Balancing logic and emotion. Individuals may find it challenging to balance logic and emotion during this aspect. It's important to recognize and integrate both rational and emotional aspects for effective communication and relationship dynamics. Clashes in values. Venus represents values and relationships, while Mercury represents communication and intellect. The opposition may bring out conflicts in values, leading to disagreements on what is deemed important in relationships. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Mercury in astrology? When Venus is in trine with Mercury in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 120 degrees apart in the zodiac, forming a harmonious aspect known as a trine. Trines generally bring positive and flowing energy between the planets involved. Here are some general interpretations for Venus trine Mercury. Enhanced emotional intelligence. The trine fosters an intuitive ability to read emotional cues in others, allowing for conversations that feel more empathetic and validating. People can naturally sense the emotional undercurrents in dialogue and respond in a way that strengthens trust. Harmonizing aesthetics with ideas. This aspect blends the appreciation of beauty, Venus, with the intellect, Mercury, encouraging a seamless fusion of pleasing design and practical thought. It benefits professions and hobbies where form and function must work together, like architecture, fashion, or branding. Storytelling and persuasion power. Mercury's clarity combined with Venus's allure makes for compelling storytelling and persuasive communication. Words not only inform but also captivate, making this ideal for public speaking, marketing, or teaching. Building bridges between differences. The harmonious link aids in bridging gaps between differing perspectives, especially in matters involving taste, values, or relationship approaches. It helps resolve conflicts by finding language that both sides appreciate. Cultural and artistic appreciation. Individuals may feel drawn toward exploring new cultures, art forms, and philosophies with the ability to articulate their appreciation eloquently. This makes for enriching conversations and a broadened worldview. What does it mean when Venus is squared with Mercury in astrology? When Venus is squared with Mercury in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 90 degrees apart in the zodiac, forming a challenging aspect known as a square. Squares often bring tension and conflict, and in the case of Venus square Mercury, there can be challenges related to communication, expression of feelings, and relationships. Here are some general interpretations for Venus square Mercury. Communication challenges. The square between Venus and Mercury may bring challenges in communication. There may be misunderstandings, misinterpretations, or difficulties expressing thoughts and feelings clearly. It's important to be mindful of effective communication. Conflict between reason and emotion. Venus represents emotions and relationships, while Mercury is associated with intellect and communication. The square may create a conflict between emotional responses and logical thinking, leading to potential misunderstandings. Social tensions. Social interactions may encounter challenges, with potential conflicts or disagreements arising in group settings. Individuals may need to be mindful of how they express themselves in social situations to avoid misunderstandings. Clashes in values. Venus represents values and relationships, while Mercury represents communication and intellect. The square may bring out conflicts in values, leading to disagreements on what is deemed important in relationships. Need for conscious communication. The square emphasizes the need for conscious and clear communication. It's essential to avoid assumptions and be open to understanding different points of view in order to navigate potential conflicts. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Mercury in astrology? When Venus is in sextile with Mercury in astrology, it means that these two celestial bodies are approximately 60 degrees apart in the zodiac. The sextile is generally considered a harmonious aspect, suggesting positive and cooperative interactions between Venus, love, relationships, beauty, and Mercury, communication, intellect. Here are some general interpretations for Venus sextile Mercury. Subtle persuasion in relationships. This aspect fosters the ability to influence others gently through charm and considerate communication. Rather than direct persuasion, it works through creating an atmosphere of trust and understanding, allowing people to naturally align with your ideas. It can be particularly effective in both personal and professional connections where tact is key. Appreciation for aesthetic details. Venus sextile Mercury enhances the eye for beauty, especially in the small and intricate details that others might overlook. This can translate into talents for design, presentation, and refined self-expression. The combination often makes people naturally drawn to arranging their environment in a visually pleasing and harmonious way. Cooperative creative projects. The aspect supports working with others in artistic or intellectual endeavors, blending different talents smoothly. It makes collaborative projects feel natural, with fewer ego clashes and more mutual appreciation. Whether in art, writing, or planning, ideas tend to flow more freely in partnerships. Emotional intelligence in dialogue. This placement increases sensitivity to emotional nuances in conversations, allowing for compassionate and effective responses. It helps avoid misunderstandings by reading between the lines and recognizing the underlying emotions behind words. This ability can strengthen trust and deepen interpersonal bonds. Networking through shared interests. The sextile makes it easier to build connections based on mutual hobbies, passions, or aesthetic tastes. People are more likely to meet kindred spirits through creative or cultural events, workshops, and shared experiences. These connections often bring both personal joy and professional opportunities. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Venus in astrology? When Venus is in conjunction with Venus in astrology, it represents an alignment of energies that heighten the qualities associated with Venus, such as love, beauty, harmony, and personal values. This rare alignment amplifies one's ability to connect deeply with their sense of aesthetics, relationships, and desires, offering a moment of reflection and resonance with these themes. Here are some unique interpretations of Venus conjunct Venus. Alignment of personal values. This conjunction encourages deep reflection on personal desires and priorities. It fosters a sense of clarity, helping individuals align their actions with what truly brings them happiness. It's a time for reevaluating what is most meaningful and discarding superficial attachments. Heightened romantic energy. Romantic connections are infused with charm and passion under this alignment. There's an increased potential to attract and nurture relationships filled with affection and mutual appreciation. Singles may find themselves radiating an irresistible allure, while those in relationships enjoy a renewed sense of intimacy. Creative inspiration. Artistic expression is significantly amplified, with ideas flowing more freely. This is a period of heightened sensitivity to beauty and aesthetics, encouraging exploration in art, music, or any creative pursuit. Projects initiated during this time often reflect deep personal resonance. Emotional harmony. Inner peace becomes more attainable as the energies of Venus promote emotional balance. Individuals are more inclined to focus on self-love and healing, fostering a sense of wholeness. This is a great time for meditation, journaling, or simply indulging in activities that nurture the soul. Focus on relationship dynamics. This period brings awareness to the quality of relationships. It's an opportunity to resolve conflicts, strengthen bonds, or reassess partnerships. The energy fosters openness and encourages honest, heartfelt conversations that improve understanding and connection. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with Venus in astrology? In astrology, an opposition occurs when Venus is approximately 180 degrees away from itself in the zodiac. This alignment highlights tension between Venusian themes such as love, values, and harmony. It can create a push-pull dynamic, challenging individuals to reconcile their inner and outer desires for balance and connection. Below are unique interpretations of Venus in opposition to Venus. Conflicting desires in relationships. This aspect may bring a sense of inner conflict in romantic partnerships, where individuals feel torn between their own needs and those of their partner. It challenges the ability to strike a balance between independence and intimacy. Imbalance in self-worth. The opposition may lead to moments of self-doubt or fluctuating confidence. Individuals might question their value or rely too heavily on external validation, creating an opportunity to build a more secure sense of self-worth. Challenges in social connections. Social dynamics can feel strained, with misunderstandings or differences in values emerging. This aspect encourages careful navigation of interpersonal relationships to maintain harmony. Internal dialogue about love and pleasure. The opposition can create an inner dialogue about what truly brings joy and fulfillment. Individuals may feel pulled between indulgence and discipline, prompting a reevaluation of what makes them happy. Challenges in financial matters. Venus governs material wealth, and this aspect may bring financial challenges or disagreements about spending and saving. It's an opportunity to develop healthier attitudes toward money and shared resources. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Venus in astrology? When Venus is in trine with Venus in astrology, it signifies a harmonious and flowing connection between the energies of love, beauty, and relationships. Trine aspects occur when planets are approximately 120 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating a natural synergy and ease of expression between their influences. Below are unique interpretations of Venus trine Venus. Harmony in personal and romantic relationships. This aspect fosters effortless harmony in relationships, encouraging open communication, mutual respect, and understanding. Love flows naturally, creating a deep sense of connection and joy in both romantic and platonic bonds. Enhanced social charm. The trine amplifies social charm, making interactions more enjoyable and uplifting. Individuals tend to exude confidence, warmth, and magnetism, attracting positive attention and fostering new connections with ease. Heightened aesthetic sensibility. Venus trine Venus enhances the ability to recognize and appreciate beauty in art, fashion, and nature. Individuals may feel inspired to create or surround themselves with things that bring joy and elevate their sense of elegance and style. Ease in resolving conflicts. Conflicts in relationships can be resolved more gracefully under this aspect. Differences are approached with kindness and diplomacy, encouraging mutual understanding and the rebuilding of trust where needed. Support for collaborative endeavors. This alignment promotes successful partnerships by emphasizing shared values and common goals. Whether in personal or professional relationships, collaboration feels natural and productive, leading to mutual benefits and achievements. What does it mean when Venus is squared with Venus in astrology? When Venus is squared with Venus in astrology, it signifies a challenging alignment between these two planets, where their energies clash and create tension. A square aspect occurs when planets are approximately 90 degrees apart in the zodiac, often leading to inner conflicts and external friction in matters of love, relationships, and personal values. Here's what it generally means when Venus is squared with Venus. Conflicting relationship needs. This aspect can highlight opposing desires or expectations in relationships. Individuals may feel torn between the need for closeness and independence, leading to misunderstandings or difficulty finding common ground with partners or loved ones. Challenges in self-love. Venus square Venus can bring up insecurities related to self-worth. Individuals might struggle to fully appreciate themselves, leading to cycles of self-doubt that affect how they engage with others in romantic or social situations. Misalignment of values. A clash in personal values or priorities may surface during this time. Differences in taste, financial habits, or relationship goals can create friction in partnerships, requiring compromise and communication to address. Imbalances in affection. There may be disparities in giving and receiving affection, where one feels overly generous or neglected. This misalignment can create emotional frustration, requiring honest conversations to restore balance in relationships. Financial discord. Venus square Venus can also indicate financial tension, especially in shared resources or spending habits. Conflicts may arise over money matters, requiring careful planning and collaboration to find practical solutions. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Venus in astrology? In astrology, when Venus is in sextile with Venus, it signifies a harmonious and supportive alignment between the energies of the planet of love, beauty, and harmony. A sextile aspect occurs when Venus is approximately 60 degrees apart from itself, creating an opportunity for ease of expression and cooperation between one's inner and outer desires. This aspect brings a chance for positive growth in both personal and relational matters. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in sextile with Venus. Natural harmony in relationships. This aspect promotes smooth, pleasant interactions with others, fostering warmth and mutual understanding. Relationships may feel more comfortable, and individuals are likely to attract people who align with their values and desires. Enhanced appreciation for beauty. There is a greater appreciation for aesthetics, art, and beauty during this time. Individuals may feel inspired to surround themselves with pleasing surroundings, enjoy creative activities, or explore new forms of beauty in the world around them. Easier expressions of affection. This aspect encourages the natural expression of love and affection. Individuals may find it easier to show their emotions openly and lovingly, enhancing the depth of their relationships and fostering a sense of security and trust. Financial opportunities. Venus sextile Venus can bring favorable opportunities in financial matters, such as investments or spending on items that enhance life's pleasures. There may be a natural flow of money through creative pursuits or pleasant endeavors. Personal growth through self-love. This alignment promotes self-love and acceptance, helping individuals connect with their inner values and desires. The sextile brings a balanced approach to personal growth, making it easier to nurture one's self-worth and inner beauty. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Mars in astrology? In astrology, when Venus is in conjunction with Mars, it means that the two planets are closely aligned in the same zodiac sign, sharing the same degree or very close degrees. The conjunction aspect is considered significant because it brings the energies of Venus and Mars together, creating a dynamic and potentially powerful influence on relationships, passion, and creativity. Here's what it generally means when Venus conjunct Mars. Harmony and passion. Venus represents love, beauty, and harmony, while Mars is associated with passion, desire, and assertiveness. When these planets come into conjunction, it can signify a harmonious blend of love and passion in personal relationships. Romantic attraction. The conjunction of Venus and Mars is often seen as a symbol of romantic attraction and sexual chemistry. It can enhance the desire for connection and intimacy between individuals. Balancing feminine and masculine energies. Venus is considered a feminine planet and Mars is seen as masculine. Their conjunction may symbolize a balance or integration of feminine and masculine energies, promoting a holistic approach to relationships. Creative expression. Venus is linked to artistic expression and creativity, while Mars is associated with creative drive and energy. Their conjunction can stimulate creativity and bring a passionate artistic flair to various endeavors. Initiating relationships. The conjunction of Venus and Mars is often associated with the initiation of new relationships or the rekindling of existing ones. It's a time when emotions and desires may be more pronounced. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with Mars in astrology? In astrology, when Venus is in opposition with Mars, it means that the two planets are positioned approximately 180 degrees apart in the zodiac. An opposition is considered a challenging aspect, and it can bring about a tension or polarization between the energies of Venus and Mars. Here are some general interpretations of Venus opposition Mars. Conflict in relationships. Venus represents love, harmony, and relationships, while Mars symbolizes passion, assertiveness, and sometimes conflict. An opposition between these two planets may suggest challenges or conflicts within personal relationships. There may be a struggle to balance the desire for connection, Venus, with the need for independence or assertiveness, Mars. Tug-of-war dynamics. The opposition aspect can create a tug-of-war effect, where the energies of Venus and Mars are in opposition, creating a push-pull dynamic. This can manifest as conflicting desires, differing values, or struggles for dominance within relationships. Sexual tension. While Venus and Mars together can indicate passion in opposition, this passion may lead to tension or conflicts in the realm of sexuality and desire. It's essential to navigate these energies with open communication and a willingness to understand each other's needs. Struggle for balance. The challenge of an opposition is to find a balance between the energies involved. In the case of Venus opposing Mars, individuals may need to work on finding a harmonious integration of their need for love, connection, and passion, without allowing these desires to create discord. Artistic expression versus aggression. Venus is associated with art, beauty, and creativity, while Mars is linked to assertiveness and sometimes aggression. The opposition can highlight a potential conflict between these energies, requiring individuals to find constructive outlets for both their creative and assertive impulses. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Mars in astrology? In astrology, when Venus is in trine with Mars, it means that the two planets are positioned approximately 120 degrees apart in the zodiac. The trine is considered a harmonious aspect, and it signifies a positive and flowing connection between the energies of Venus and Mars. Here are some general interpretations of Venus trine Mars. Balanced feminine and masculine energies. Venus represents feminine energy, while Mars represents masculine energy. The trine suggests a natural and balanced integration of these energies, promoting a sense of completeness and harmony within individuals and relationships. Positive sexual chemistry. The trine aspect often enhances positive sexual chemistry and a healthy expression of desires. There is a natural flow and compatibility in the realm of romance and physical intimacy. Creative collaboration. Both Venus and Mars are associated with creativity, but in different ways. Venus is linked to artistic expression and beauty, while Mars is tied to creative drive and action. The trine can facilitate creative collaboration, where individuals work together smoothly to express their artistic or creative ideas. Initiation and assertiveness. Mars is the planet of assertiveness and initiation. When in trine with Venus, it suggests a positive and confident approach to pursuing one's desires, whether in relationships or creative endeavors. Graceful expression of desires. Venus trine Mars encourages a graceful and diplomatic expression of desires. There's a natural ability to communicate needs and wants without creating tension or conflicts. What does it mean when Venus is squared with Mars in astrology? In astrology, when Venus is square Mars, it means that the two planets are positioned approximately 90 degrees apart in the zodiac. The square is considered a challenging aspect, indicating tension, conflict, and potential difficulties in integrating the energies of Venus and Mars. Here are some general interpretations of Venus square Mars. Conflict in relationships. Venus represents love, harmony, and relationships, while Mars symbolizes passion, desire, and sometimes conflict. The square aspect suggests a tension between the need for connection, Venus, and the desire for independence or assertiveness, Mars, within personal relationships. Power struggles. Venus square Mars can manifest as power struggles and conflicts of interest within relationships. There may be a struggle for dominance or conflicting desires that create challenges in finding common ground. Sexual tension and misunderstandings. While Venus and Mars together can indicate passion, the square aspect may lead to sexual tension or misunderstandings. Different approaches to expressing desires and needs can create friction in the realm of sexuality. Impulsiveness and aggression. Mars is associated with assertiveness and sometimes aggression. In a square aspect to Venus, there may be impulsive or aggressive behaviors that contribute to conflicts. Learning to channel assertiveness constructively is essential. Resolution through growth. While challenging, the square aspect offers opportunities for growth and self-awareness. Individuals can learn valuable lessons about compromise, understanding, and the importance of balancing independence with connection. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Mars in astrology? In astrology, when Venus is sextile Mars, it means that the two planets are positioned approximately 60 degrees apart in the zodiac. The sextile is considered a positive and harmonious aspect, suggesting a favorable and supportive connection between the energies of Venus and Mars. Here are some general interpretations of Venus sextile Mars. Balanced feminine and masculine energies. Venus represents feminine energy, while Mars represents masculine energy. The sextile suggests a harmonious integration of these energies, fostering a sense of balance within individuals and relationships. Positive sexual chemistry. The sextile aspect often enhances positive sexual chemistry and a healthy expression of desires. There is a natural flow and compatibility in the realm of romance and physical intimacy. Ease in social interactions. Individuals with Venus sextile Mars may find it easy to navigate social situations. There's a natural charm and attractiveness that can make interactions with others enjoyable and pleasant. Creative collaboration. Both Venus and Mars are associated with creativity, and the sextile can facilitate positive collaboration in creative endeavors. Individuals may find it easy to express their artistic ideas and work together constructively. Opportunities for growth. While the sextile is harmonious, it's essential to recognize opportunities for personal and relational growth. This aspect provides a positive foundation for development and cooperation. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Saturn in astrology? In astrology, when Venus is in conjunction with Saturn, it means that Venus and Saturn are occupying the same degree of the zodiac in the sky. A conjunction occurs when two planets are within a certain angular distance of each other, typically within 8 degrees. Venus is associated with love, relationships, pleasure, beauty, and values, while Saturn is associated with discipline, responsibility, structure, and limitations. When these two planets come together in a conjunction, their energies combine and interact. The conjunction of Venus and Saturn can have various effects depending on the overall astrological context and the individual's natal chart. Some possible interpretations include restrictions in love and relationships. This conjunction can sometimes indicate challenges or restrictions in relationships. There may be a sense of seriousness, duty, or practicality prevailing over the more romantic or pleasurable aspects of love. Practical approach to love. It may encourage a more grounded and practical approach to love and relationships. Individuals may focus on building stable, long-lasting partnerships rather than seeking fleeting pleasures. Evaluation of values. This conjunction can prompt individuals to reevaluate their values, particularly in relation to relationships, beauty, and material possessions. There may be a need to confront and overcome limitations or insecurities in these areas. Delayed gratification. Saturn's influence can introduce delays or obstacles in Venusian matters, requiring patience and perseverance to achieve desired outcomes. This can apply to romantic pursuits, creative endeavors, or financial matters. Commitment and responsibility. There may be a heightened sense of commitment and responsibility in relationships during this time. Individuals may feel compelled to take their romantic commitments more seriously or to address any issues that have been neglected. What does it mean when Venus is opposition with Saturn in astrology? When Venus is in opposition with Saturn in astrology, it signifies a significant aspect between these two planets in the celestial sphere. Opposition occurs when Venus and Saturn are approximately 180 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating a dynamic tension between their respective energies. Here are some interpretations of Venus opposition Saturn in astrology. Struggles in relationships. This aspect often brings challenges or tensions within relationships. There may be conflicts related to commitment, trust, or differing priorities. Individuals might feel torn between their desire for love and connection, Venus, and the need for structure and boundaries, Saturn. Emotional restraint. Saturn's influence can lead to emotional reserve or inhibition, making it difficult for individuals to express their feelings openly or to connect with others on an emotional level. There may be a fear of rejection or a tendency to hold back emotionally. Assessment of values. The opposition between Venus and Saturn prompts individuals to reassess their values, particularly in relation to love, beauty, and material possessions. They may confront underlying insecurities or limitations that affect their self-worth and relationships. Seeking balance. Despite the challenges posed by this aspect, it offers an opportunity for growth and balance. Individuals may need to find a middle ground between Venusian indulgence and Saturnian restraint, learning to integrate both energies in a constructive manner. Delay or frustration. Saturn's influence can bring delays or obstacles in Venusian matters, such as romance, creative endeavors, or financial ventures. Individuals may need to exercise patience and perseverance to overcome these challenges. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Saturn in astrology? When Venus is in trine with Saturn in astrology, it signifies a harmonious alignment between these two planets, indicating a supportive and constructive energy exchange. Trine aspects occur when planets are approximately 120 degrees apart in the zodiac, fostering cooperation and ease of expression between their respective energies. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in trine with Saturn. Stability in relationships. Venus symbolizes love, harmony, and relationships, while Saturn represents structure, commitment, and stability. When these planets are in harmonious aspect, it often indicates a period of stability and security in relationships. Partnerships may benefit from mutual understanding, loyalty, and a sense of responsibility towards each other. Practical love and affection. This aspect encourages a practical and grounded approach to love and affection. Individuals are more likely to express their feelings in a reliable and consistent manner, prioritizing loyalty, dependability, and long-term commitment in their relationships. Financial security and planning. Saturn's influence in a trine with Venus can bring about financial stability and success. Individuals may experience opportunities for sound financial planning, investments, or long-term financial growth. It's a favorable time for making practical decisions regarding money management and wealth accumulation. Appreciation of beauty and quality. Venus trine Saturn enhances appreciation for beauty, craftsmanship, and quality. Individuals may be drawn to aesthetics that have enduring value and substance, favoring timeless elegance over fleeting trends. It's a favorable time for cultivating relationships and experiences that bring lasting satisfaction and fulfillment. Productivity and achievement. This aspect supports productivity, discipline, and achievement in creative or professional pursuits. Individuals may find it easier to focus on their goals with determination and perseverance, leading to tangible success and recognition for their efforts. What does it mean when Venus is squared with Saturn in astrology? When Venus is squared with Saturn in astrology, it indicates a challenging aspect between these two planets. A square aspect occurs when Venus and Saturn are approximately 90 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating tension, friction, and obstacles between their energies. Here's what it generally means when Venus is squared with Saturn. Struggles in relationships. Venus symbolizes love, harmony, and relationships, while Saturn represents restriction, limitation, and challenges. When these planets are in a square aspect, it often indicates difficulties or tensions within relationships. Individuals may experience obstacles, conflicts, or feelings of distance and coldness in their interactions with others. Emotional inhibition. Saturn's influence in a square with Venus can lead to emotional reserve or inhibition. Individuals may find it challenging to express their feelings openly or to connect with others on an emotional level. There may be a fear of rejection or a sense of inadequacy in matters of love and affection. Financial strain or limitations. Venus square Saturn can bring financial challenges or limitations. Individuals may face obstacles or delays in financial matters, such as budgeting, saving, or earning money. There may be a need for discipline and careful planning to overcome financial difficulties during this time. Self-esteem issues. This aspect can sometimes indicate issues related to self-worth and self-esteem. Individuals may struggle with feelings of insecurity, unworthiness, or inadequacy, particularly in relation to love, beauty, and personal values. It's important to cultivate self-compassion and work on building confidence and resilience. Delay or frustration in creative pursuits. Venus square Saturn can bring delays or obstacles in creative endeavors. Individuals may feel blocked or uninspired, struggling to find joy and fulfillment in their creative expression. It's important to persevere through these challenges and to seek constructive ways to overcome creative blocks. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Saturn in astrology? When Venus is in sextile with Saturn in astrology, it signifies a harmonious aspect between these two planets. A sextile occurs when Venus and Saturn are approximately 60 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating an opportunity for positive and constructive interaction between their energies. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in sextile with Saturn. Steady relationships. Venus represents love, relationships, and harmony, while Saturn symbolizes stability, commitment, and responsibility. When these planets are in a sextile aspect, it often indicates a period of stability and reliability in relationships. Individuals may experience greater loyalty, trust, and mutual support in their partnerships. Practical love and affection. This aspect encourages a practical and grounded approach to love and affection. Individuals are more likely to express their feelings in a reliable and consistent manner, prioritizing loyalty, dependability, and long-term commitment in their relationships. Financial planning and security. Saturn's influence in a sextile with Venus can bring about opportunities for financial planning and security. Individuals may find it easier to manage their finances responsibly, make practical investments, and establish a solid financial foundation for the future. Appreciation of quality and longevity. Venus sextile Saturn enhances appreciation for quality, craftsmanship, and longevity. Individuals may be drawn to relationships, possessions, and experiences that have enduring value and substance. It's a favorable time for cultivating lasting connections and investing in activities that bring long-term satisfaction and fulfillment. Productivity and achievement. This aspect supports productivity, discipline, and achievement in creative or professional pursuits. Individuals may find it easier to focus on their goals with determination and perseverance, leading to tangible success and recognition for their efforts. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Uranus in astrology? When Venus is in conjunction with Uranus in astrology, it signifies a powerful alignment between the planet of love, beauty, and relationships, Venus, and the planet of sudden change, innovation, and rebellion, Uranus. A conjunction occurs when these two planets align closely, amplifying their energies and bringing an exciting, unpredictable dynamic to matters related to love, creativity, and personal values. This aspect can spark unexpected changes and opportunities, especially in romantic and artistic areas. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in conjunction with Uranus. Sudden romantic changes. Venus conjunct Uranus can bring unexpected twists to romantic relationships. Individuals might experience sudden attractions or unusual romantic encounters that feel electric and unconventional. This aspect favors spontaneity and excitement in love, but it can also bring unpredictable changes. Unconventional relationships. This aspect encourages a break from traditional norms, leading individuals to explore relationships that defy societal expectations. There may be a draw toward unique or eccentric partners who offer a sense of freedom and individuality. Creative innovation. With Venus and Uranus in conjunction, creativity is heightened and inspired by originality. This is an excellent time for artistic expression, especially if one is looking to experiment or break free from established forms of beauty and design. Unexpected financial opportunities. Uranus's influence can bring sudden changes in financial matters. While there may be unpredictable swings in wealth or investments, opportunities to explore unconventional financial ventures may present themselves, encouraging risk-taking and innovation. Increased need for freedom in love. This conjunction brings a desire for freedom and independence in relationships. Individuals may feel restricted by traditional relationship roles and may seek out more progressive or experimental connections that offer greater personal freedom and individuality. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with Uranus in astrology? When Venus is in opposition to Uranus in astrology, it indicates a tense and challenging alignment between the planet of love, beauty, and relationships, Venus, and the planet of sudden change, rebellion, and innovation, Uranus. An opposition occurs when these two planets are 180 degrees apart, creating a push-pull dynamic where their energies can conflict or create tension. This aspect often leads to an imbalance in relationships, urging individuals to find harmony between the need for stability and the desire for freedom and excitement. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in opposition to Uranus. Unexpected relationship challenges. Venus opposite Uranus can bring sudden disruptions or unexpected challenges in relationships. Romantic partners may experience moments of unpredictability or feel a sense of instability. There may be an underlying tension between the desire for affection and the urge for independence. Struggle for balance between freedom and commitment. This opposition creates a tug-of-war between Venus's desire for harmony and connection and Uranus's drive for freedom and individuality. Individuals may feel conflicted about their need for close relationships while also seeking independence or personal space. Unconventional attractions in love situations. Oppositions involving Venus and Uranus tend to stir up unusual or unexpected romantic connections. These may involve individuals who are unconventional or who bring a sense of excitement and unpredictability into one's life. The allure of something new or unconventional can cause sudden sparks in love. Feelings of rebellion in relationships. With Venus in opposition to Uranus, there may be an increased desire to rebel against the rules of conventional love or commitment. Individuals might feel a strong urge to break free from traditional relationship patterns, leading to unpredictable behavior in partnerships. Financial instability or sudden shifts. Uranus's influence can bring unexpected financial upheaval or instability. Individuals may experience sudden changes in their financial situation, whether positive or negative. There may be an impulse to make rash financial decisions, especially if driven by a desire for freedom or excitement. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Uranus in astrology? When Venus is in trine to Uranus in astrology, it represents a harmonious and supportive alignment between Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and relationships, and Uranus, the planet of innovation, rebellion, and sudden change. A trine aspect occurs when these planets are approximately 120 degrees apart, facilitating a smooth exchange of energies. This aspect brings opportunities for exciting and unconventional experiences, particularly in the realms of love, creativity, and social interactions. It can inspire new ideas and open up avenues for unique, progressive expressions of affection and beauty. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in trine to Uranus. Exciting and unexpected romantic connections. Venus trine Uranus brings a sense of excitement and spontaneity to relationships. Individuals may experience unexpected yet harmonious romantic encounters that break away from the ordinary. New connections are often electric, marked by an instant attraction or a sense of liberation and love. Innovative approach to beauty and style. This aspect encourages an open-minded, forward-thinking approach to aesthetics. Individuals may feel inspired to experiment with their appearance, trying unconventional or avant-garde styles that align with their personal sense of beauty. It's a great time for self-expression through fashion, art, or beauty, embracing originality. Freedom in relationships. With Venus trine Uranus, relationships tend to flourish in an environment of freedom and individuality. Partners allow each other space to grow and express their uniqueness without feeling restricted. There is a shared respect for personal independence, which enhances the bond and keeps it vibrant. Social innovation and new friendships. This aspect can spark new friendships or social connections that are both refreshing and unconventional. Individuals may find themselves drawn to social groups or communities that embrace progressive ideas or forward-thinking values. These friendships can be intellectually stimulating and supportive of individual uniqueness. Enhanced creativity and innovation in art. This aspect fosters creative breakthroughs, especially in fields that involve design, art, or beauty. Venus trine Uranus ignites originality and encourages pushing the boundaries of conventional expression. Artists, musicians, and creators may feel especially inspired to try new, innovative approaches in their work, leading to unique, progressive creations. What does it mean when Venus is squared with Uranus in astrology? When Venus is square to Uranus in astrology, it creates a tense, challenging aspect between Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and harmony, and Uranus, the planet of rebellion, sudden change, and innovation. A square occurs when these planets are approximately 90 degrees apart, often leading to friction and obstacles. While squares are known for creating tension, they also provide an opportunity for growth and transformation through overcoming challenges. This aspect may manifest as unpredictable events or disruptions in relationships, social dynamics, and personal values, forcing individuals to reassess their desires and expectations. Here's what it generally means when Venus is square to Uranus. Unexpected romantic turmoil. Venus square Uranus often brings sudden shifts or disruptions in romantic relationships. These may manifest as unexpected breakups, sudden attractions, or impulsive decisions that disrupt the normal flow of love and affection. Individuals may feel a need for excitement or liberation, which can lead to instability or unpredictable romantic experiences. Challenge and commitment. This aspect can create difficulties in maintaining stable, committed relationships. Uranus's influence often resists the traditional structures Venus desires, leading to internal conflict. People may feel torn between a desire for freedom and the pull of attachment, creating tension or dissatisfaction in their relationships. Reevaluation of personal values. Venus square Uranus may push individuals to reevaluate their values and priorities. What once seemed important in terms of beauty, love, or material possessions may no longer feel satisfying. This period may prompt a desire to break free from old patterns and pursue new, unconventional ways of seeking pleasure and fulfillment. Tension between freedom and intimacy. Venus square Uranus creates a push-pull dynamic between the desire for freedom and the need for intimacy. Individuals may struggle with balancing personal independence with emotional closeness, leading to feelings of dissatisfaction or restlessness in close relationships. This aspect encourages a deeper exploration of what true intimacy means. Financial impulsiveness. Venus square Uranus can lead to impulsive or erratic financial decisions. Individuals may feel the urge to spend on whims, indulging in luxury or novelty items that bring short-term pleasure but may not offer lasting value. There could be a tendency to rebel against traditional financial systems or structures, creating instability in financial matters. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Uranus in astrology? When Venus is in sextile to Uranus in astrology, it creates a harmonious and supportive aspect between Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and relationships, and Uranus, the planet of innovation, sudden changes, and individuality. A sextile occurs when these planets are approximately 60 degrees apart, offering opportunities for positive growth and ease of interaction between their energies. This aspect encourages excitement, creativity, and a fresh approach to relationships, beauty, and personal values, often bringing about pleasant surprises or new, liberating experiences. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in sextile to Uranus. Unexpected but pleasant romantic encounters. This aspect often brings exciting and spontaneous romantic opportunities through unconventional means. Relationships unfold with a mix of freedom, spontaneity, and harmony. Openness to unconventional relationships. It encourages attraction to people with unique lifestyles or perspectives. Individuals become more willing to embrace non-traditional forms of love and connection. Enhanced creativity and inspiration. Venus sextile Uranus sparks sudden bursts of artistic inspiration. This is a great time to experiment with fresh, innovative styles or mediums. Ease in adapting to social changes. People adapt quickly to new trends, environments, and social shifts under this influence. It fosters openness to trying new experiences and forming diverse connections. Strengthened individuality in relationships. This aspect blends harmony with personal freedom in partnerships. It allows people to express their uniqueness while maintaining strong, supportive bonds. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Neptune in astrology? In astrology, a conjunction occurs when Venus and Neptune occupy the same degree of the zodiac, merging their energies into a powerful union. Venus symbolizes love, relationships, beauty, and personal values, while Neptune represents imagination, spirituality, dreams, and illusions. The blending of these planets in a conjunction creates a unique dynamic that can manifest as heightened emotional sensitivity, profound creativity, and a deep yearning for connection, both romantic and spiritual. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in conjunction with Neptune. Heightened romantic idealism. This conjunction inspires a sense of dreamy romanticism and the desire for a deep, almost transcendent connection with others. Relationships may feel magical or otherworldly, and individuals might seek partners who embody their ideals or fantasies of perfect love. Artistic inspiration and creativity. Venus conjunct Neptune fosters extraordinary creative potential, especially in the arts. People may feel drawn to music, poetry, or visual arts as a means of expressing their heightened emotions and spiritual experiences. This alignment can lead to the creation of deeply moving and imaginative works. Enhanced spiritual connections. This aspect encourages a blending of love with spirituality. Individuals may feel a strong sense of compassion, empathy, and universal love, often seeking spiritual or soul-level connections with others. It's a time for exploring the divine nature of love. Increased empathy and compassion. This conjunction amplifies empathy and sensitivity to the emotions of others. People may feel a strong desire to help, nurture, or heal those around them, often prioritizing the needs of others over their own in matters of love and relationships. Possibility of illusion in relationships. While this conjunction promotes profound emotional experiences, it can also blur the boundaries between reality and fantasy. There's a potential for misunderstandings or deception, either self-imposed or from others, particularly in romantic or financial matters. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with Neptune in astrology? An opposition occurs in astrology when Venus and Neptune are 180 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating a dynamic tension between their energies. Venus governs love, relationships, beauty, and values, while Neptune represents dreams, illusions, spirituality, and imagination. When these planets are in opposition, their conflicting energies can lead to challenges in distinguishing reality from fantasy, particularly in matters of love and emotional connections. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in opposition to Neptune. Challenges with boundaries in relationships. This aspect often brings difficulty in maintaining healthy emotional boundaries. Individuals may feel overly absorbed in their relationships, losing their sense of self, or becoming overly dependent on their partners. Risk of emotional confusion. Venus opposite Neptune creates a propensity for confusion in romantic and social interactions. People may misinterpret signals or project their desires onto others, leading to misunderstandings or disappointments. Vulnerability to idealized love. There is a strong tendency to idealize partners, seeing them as perfect or magical. This can result in overlooking red flags or being blind to flaws, which may lead to disillusionment when reality does not meet expectations. Susceptibility to deception. Under this opposition, individuals may be more prone to deception, either by others or through self-deception. It's important to remain cautious in trusting too easily or making significant emotional or financial commitments without thorough discernment. Struggles with self-worth. The opposition between Venus and Neptune can create challenges in self-esteem. Individuals may seek external validation or fall into patterns of sacrificing their own needs to gain approval or affection from others. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Neptune in astrology? When Venus is in trine to Neptune in astrology, it signifies a harmonious alignment between these two planets, creating a flow of inspiration and emotional depth. A trine aspect occurs when planets are approximately 120 degrees apart in the zodiac, fostering a natural and effortless blending of their energies. Venus represents love, beauty, and values, while Neptune symbolizes dreams, spirituality, and the imagination. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in trine with Neptune. Deep emotional connections. This aspect enhances the capacity for profound emotional connections in relationships. It fosters an intuitive understanding between partners, enabling love to transcend words and actions. Creative and artistic inspiration. This alignment amplifies artistic talents and creative expression. Individuals may feel inspired to create art, music, or writing that channels their emotions and imagination into tangible forms of beauty. Spiritual union in relationships. This aspect supports the blending of love and spirituality, leading to a sense of divine connection with others. Relationships formed under this influence may feel destined or karmic, fostering growth and enlightenment. Heightened intuition and love. Venus trine Neptune enhances emotional and intuitive awareness, making it easier to sense the needs and feelings of others. This can lead to more compassionate and empathetic interactions in relationships. Harmonizing material and spiritual values. Venus trine Neptune fosters an ability to integrate material and spiritual values. It encourages seeking beauty and fulfillment in meaningful experiences rather than purely material possessions. What does it mean when Venus is in squared with Neptune in astrology? When Venus is squared to Neptune in astrology, it indicates a challenging aspect between these two planets. A square occurs when Venus and Neptune are approximately 90 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating tension and friction between their energies. Venus governs love, beauty, and values, while Neptune is associated with dreams, illusions, and spirituality. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in squared to Neptune. Illusions and love. This aspect can lead to unrealistic expectations or idealizations in relationships. Individuals may project fantasies onto their partners, potentially leading to disappointment when reality doesn't align with their dreams. Susceptibility to deception. This alignment increases the likelihood of being deceived or misled, either by others or by oneself. Individuals may overlook red flags in relationships, focusing on an idealized version of their partner. Challenges with financial judgment. This alignment can lead to financial misjudgments, such as overspending on impractical or indulgent items. There may be a tendency to prioritize immediate gratification over long-term financial stability. Tendency to escape. Under this influence, there may be a desire to escape from the challenges of love or reality through fantasies, indulgence, or even unhealthy coping mechanisms. Struggle with self-worth. This aspect can lead to feelings of inadequacy or unworthiness, particularly when comparing oneself to unrealistic standards of beauty or perfection. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Neptune in astrology? When Venus is in sextile to Neptune in astrology, it signifies a harmonious aspect that fosters opportunities for inspiration, creativity, and emotional depth. A sextile occurs when Venus and Neptune are approximately 60 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating a supportive and flowing connection between their energies. Venus governs love, beauty, and values, while Neptune represents dreams, spirituality, and compassion. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in sextile with Neptune. Romantic idealism. This aspect enhances romantic and idealistic tendencies, encouraging individuals to connect deeply with their partners on an emotional and spiritual level. It fosters a sense of enchantment and magic in relationships. Inspired creativity. Venus sextile Neptune supports artistic expression and creative inspiration. Individuals may feel drawn to music, art, poetry, or other creative outlets that evoke beauty and transcendence. Heightened compassion. Neptune's influence enhances empathy and compassion in interactions. This aspect encourages acts of kindness and selflessness, particularly in relationships and friendships. Psychic or intuitive awakenings. Neptune's influence may open doors to spiritual or psychic experiences. Venus sextile Neptune often brings moments of profound insight or intuitive understanding, particularly in matters of love and creativity. Intuitive financial decisions. Venus sextile Neptune can create a heightened sense of intuition in financial matters. Individuals may be drawn to invest in creative or philanthropic ventures, trusting their instincts to guide them toward meaningful opportunities. What does it mean when Venus is in conjunction with Pluto in astrology? When Venus is in conjunction with Pluto in astrology, it signifies a powerful merging of Venusian and Plutonian energies. A conjunction occurs when Venus and Pluto align in the same degree of the zodiac, blending their influences in an intense and transformative manner. Venus represents love, beauty, and values, while Pluto governs transformation, power, and deep psychological processes. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in conjunction to Pluto. Intense emotional experiences. This aspect deepens emotional connections, bringing profound intensity to relationships. Love may feel all-encompassing, transformative, and even life-changing. Power dynamics in relationships. Venus conjunct Pluto often highlights issues of power and control within partnerships. Individuals may need to navigate themes of dominance, submission, and mutual respect in their interactions. Transformation through love. This aspect fosters opportunities for personal growth and transformation through romantic relationships. Challenges and deep emotional bonds may catalyze significant interchange. Obsession and passion. This conjunction can manifest as obsessive tendencies in love. It encourages a passionate and consuming approach to relationships where feelings run deep and intense. Financial transformation. This aspect can bring significant changes in financial matters. It encourages individuals to reevaluate their values and approaches to money, leading to profound shifts in financial habits or investments. What does it mean when Venus is in opposition with Pluto in astrology? When Venus is in opposition with Pluto in astrology, it represents a dynamic tension between the energies of love, harmony, and beauty, Venus, and transformation, power, and intensity, Pluto. Opposition aspects occur when the planets are approximately 180 degrees apart, creating a polarity that demands balance and integration of opposing forces. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in opposition with Pluto. Intense relationship challenges. This aspect often brings deeply intense experiences in relationships where power struggles, jealousy, or emotional extremes may arise, requiring careful navigation. Push and pull of control. Venus opposite Pluto highlights power dynamics where individuals may feel caught between the desire for harmony and the compulsion to control or dominate within partnerships. Deep emotional cleansing. Relationships may serve as a catalyst for emotional purging, forcing individuals to confront hidden fears, unresolved pain, or subconscious patterns. Fears of loss or betrayal. Pluto's influence may provoke fears of abandonment, betrayal, or losing control in love, prompting intense emotional reactions and opportunities for healing. Financial extremes. Venus and Pluto oppositions can manifest in financial matters, highlighting fluctuations between abundance and scarcity. Individuals may need to reassess their values and resource management. What does it mean when Venus is in trine with Pluto in astrology? When Venus is in trine with Pluto in astrology, it signifies a harmonious and empowering connection between the energies of love, beauty, and harmony, Venus, and those of transformation, intensity, and depth, Pluto. A trine aspect occurs when planets are approximately 120 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating a flow of ease and mutual support between their energies. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in trine to Pluto. Deeper relationship bonds. This aspect fosters profound emotional connections in relationships, enabling deeper trust, understanding, and intimacy between partners. Magnetic charm and attraction. Venus trine Pluto enhances personal magnetism, making individuals naturally captivating and effortlessly drawing others into their orbit. Transformative love experiences. Romantic relationships under this aspect are often transformative, helping individuals uncover hidden strengths and encouraging personal growth through love. Passionate self-expression. The combination of Venus and Pluto energies supports a passionate and intense approach to creativity, infusing artistic or personal endeavors with emotional depth. Financial regeneration. Pluto's transformative power, combined with Venus's material focus, can lead to opportunities for financial growth, resource management, or turning financial challenges into successes. What does it mean when Venus is in squared with Pluto in astrology? When Venus is in square with Pluto in astrology, it creates tension and challenges between love, beauty, and harmony, Venus, and transformation, power, and intensity, Pluto. A square aspect occurs when planets are approximately 90 degrees apart in the zodiac, creating a friction that demands growth through overcoming obstacles and learning from conflict. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in squared with Pluto. Power struggles in relationships. This aspect often signifies intense power dynamics in relationships. Individuals may encounter control issues, possessiveness, or emotional manipulation, leading to a struggle for balance and equality. Challenges in expression of love. Venus square Pluto can create difficulty in expressing love openly and freely. Emotions may be intense, but individuals might find it hard to communicate their feelings without fear of vulnerability or emotional extremes. Emotional revelations through conflict. Under this influence, relationships can become arenas for emotional confrontations that force individuals to confront their deepest insecurities. fears, or desires, ultimately promoting self-awareness and growth. Temptation and obsession. There may be an attraction to relationships or situations that are emotionally charged or potentially destructive. Venus square Pluto can lead to obsession or unhealthy attachments, pushing individuals to examine their motivations in love and connection. Difficulties in financial matters. Pluto's intensity can create volatility in financial situations. Individuals may face financial challenges, particularly in matters related to shared resources or investments, where control and trust are key themes. What does it mean when Venus is in sextile with Pluto in astrology? When Venus is in sextile with Pluto in astrology, it creates a harmonious and supportive interaction between love, beauty, and harmony. Venus and transformation, power, and depth, Pluto. A sextile aspect occurs when planets are approximately 60 degrees apart in the zodiac, fostering opportunities for growth and positive outcomes through effort and cooperation. Here's what it generally means when Venus is in sextile to Pluto. Intense yet harmonious relationships. This aspect brings depth and intensity to relationships while maintaining a sense of harmony. Individuals may experience transformative connections that empower both partners, encouraging mutual growth and emotional evolution. Strong personal magnetism. Venus sextile Pluto enhances one's natural charm and allure, making individuals more magnetic and attractive. This influence encourages deeper, more meaningful connections with others. Financial success and growth. This alignment offers opportunities for financial regeneration. Venus sextile Pluto may bring favorable conditions for wealth accumulation, investments, or financial partnerships that are both transformative and profitable. Passionate creativity. Under this aspect, creativity is often expressed with great passion and emotional depth. Artists and creatives may find themselves inspired to create transformative works that have lasting impact. Stronger sense of self-worth. Venus sextile Pluto helps to boost self-esteem by aligning one's values with their true desires. This aspect promotes a healthy sense of personal power and confidence, helping individuals feel more secure in their worth. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Aries in astrology? When Venus transits into Aries in astrology, it brings a shift in the way love, relationships, and values are expressed. Venus represents love, beauty, harmony, and social interactions, while Aries is a fire sign associated with assertiveness, independence, and enthusiasm. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Aries. Passionate and spontaneous energy. Aries is a sign known for its passion and spontaneity, and when Venus transits into Aries, there's a tendency for relationships to become more dynamic and lively. People may feel more inclined to express their desires boldly and pursue what they want with enthusiasm. Assertiveness in love. Aries is a sign of action and initiative, so during this transit, individuals may take a more proactive approach to love and relationships. There's a willingness to take risks and make bold gestures to win someone's affection or to spice up existing relationships. Independence and freedom. Aries values independence and freedom, and this influence can manifest in relationships during the transit of Venus in Aries. There may be a need for personal space and autonomy, and individuals may be attracted to partners who respect their independence. Impulsiveness and excitement. Aries is known for its impulsive nature, and during this transit there may be a desire for excitement and adventure in relationships. People may seek out new experiences and enjoy the thrill of spontaneity in their romantic encounters. Direct communication. Aries is known for its straightforward and direct communication style, and during this transit people may be more inclined to speak their minds openly and honestly in matters of love and romance. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Taurus in astrology? When Venus transits into Taurus in astrology, it brings a shift in the way love, relationships, and values are expressed. Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus, making this transit particularly potent and harmonious. Taurus is an earth sign associated with stability, sensuality, and material comfort. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Taurus. Emphasis on sensuality and pleasure. Taurus is a sensual sign, and when Venus transits into Taurus, there's a heightened focus on physical pleasure and indulgence. People may seek out luxurious experiences, enjoy good food, and appreciate the finer things in life. Stability and security in relationships. Taurus values stability and security in relationships, so during this transit there's an emphasis on building solid foundations and long-term commitments. People may prioritize loyalty, reliability, and dependability in their partnerships. Appreciation of beauty and comfort. Taurus has an eye for beauty and a love for luxury, so Venus in Taurus encourages an appreciation of aesthetics and comfort. People may be drawn to beautiful surroundings, fine art, and luxurious possessions during this transit. Material stability and financial security. Taurus is associated with material abundance and financial stability, so when Venus transits into Taurus, there may be opportunities for financial growth and prosperity. People may focus on building wealth, saving money, and investing in assets that provide long-term security. Slow and steady approach to love. Taurus is known for its patient and steady approach to life, and this influence carries over into relationships during the Venus and Taurus transit. People may take their time getting to know potential partners, preferring to build a strong emotional connection before committing. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Gemini in astrology? When Venus transits into Gemini in astrology, it brings a shift in the way love, relationships, and values are expressed. Venus represents love, beauty, harmony, and social interactions, while Gemini is an air sign associated with communication, curiosity, and adaptability. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Gemini. Intellectual stimulation. Gemini is a highly intellectual sign, and when Venus transits into Gemini, there's a focus on mental stimulation in relationships. People may be drawn to partners who can engage them in stimulating conversations, share their ideas and interests, and keep them mentally engaged. Variety and diversity. Gemini is known for its love of variety and diversity, so during this transit there may be a desire for novelty and excitement in relationships. People may seek out new experiences, explore different social circles, and enjoy the thrill of meeting new people. Playfulness and flirtation. Gemini has a playful and flirtatious nature, and this influence can manifest in relationships during the Venus and Gemini transit. People may enjoy playful banter, teasing, and light-hearted interactions with their partners. Communication is key. Gemini rules communication, so when Venus transits into Gemini, there's an emphasis on clear and open communication in relationships. People may express their feelings more freely, share their thoughts and ideas openly, and enjoy engaging in meaningful conversations with their partners. Restlessness and changeability. Gemini can be restless and changeable, and this influence may lead to a tendency for fickleness or indecision in relationships during the Venus and Gemini transit. People may struggle with commitment or may find themselves easily distracted by new opportunities or interests. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Cancer in astrology? When Venus transits into Cancer in astrology, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, which represents love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, interacts with the characteristics of the zodiac sign Cancer. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Cancer. Emotional sensitivity in relationships. Cancer is a water sign known for its emotional depth and sensitivity. During this transit, there's a heightened emphasis on emotional connection and nurturing in relationships. People may seek partners who provide emotional support, understanding, and a sense of security. Domestic comfort and security. Cancer is associated with the home and family, and when Venus transits into this sign, there's a focus on creating a sense of comfort and security in the domestic sphere. Individuals may prioritize spending time at home with loved ones, nurturing their relationships, and creating a cozy and welcoming environment. Nurturing and caretaking. Cancer is the nurturer of the zodiac, and during this transit, there may be a desire to care for and support loved ones. People may express their love through acts of nurturing, cooking, and providing emotional comfort to those they care about. Sentimentality and tradition. Cancer values tradition and sentimentality, and this influence may manifest in relationships during the Venus in Cancer transit. Individuals may cherish sentimental gestures, traditions, and memories shared with loved ones, fostering a sense of connection and belonging. Intuitive connection. Cancer is ruled by the moon, which governs intuition and emotions, and during this transit there's an emphasis on intuitive connection and understanding in relationships. People may rely on their instincts to guide them in matters of the heart, fostering deep emotional bonds with their partners. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Leo in astrology? When Venus transits into Leo in astrology, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, representing love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, interacts with the characteristics of the zodiac sign Leo. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Leo. Passion and drama in relationships. Leo is a fire sign known for its passion, confidence, and dramatic flair. During this transit, there's a heightened emphasis on romance, creativity, and excitement in relationships. People may seek partners who are bold, expressive, and passionate. Generosity and grand gestures. Leo is generous and loves to shower loved ones with affection and attention. When Venus transits into Leo, there may be a desire to make grand gestures and lavish displays of affection to express love and appreciation for partners. Dramatic flair in style and appearance. Leo is associated with luxury, glamour, and self-expression. During this transit, there may be a focus on personal style, with individuals expressing themselves boldly and confidently through their appearance and fashion choices. Pride and self-confidence. Leo is confident and proud, and this influence may manifest in relationships during the Venus in Leo transit. People may feel more self-assured and confident in expressing their desires and needs in relationships, seeking partners who appreciate their unique qualities and strengths. Creative expression. Leo is a creative sign that loves to express itself through art, music, and performance. During this transit, there may be a desire to engage in creative activities with partners, such as attending cultural events, exploring artistic pursuits, or simply enjoying each other's company in creative ways. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Virgo in astrology? When Venus transits into Virgo in astrology, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, representing love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, interacts with the characteristics of the zodiac sign Virgo. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Virgo. Practical approach to love. Virgo is an earth sign known for its practicality, attention to detail, and analytical nature. During this transit, there's a focus on practical expressions of love and affection. People may show their love through acts of service, practical gestures, and attention to detail. Attention to health and wellness. Virgo rules health and wellness, and during this transit, there may be a focus on self-care and well-being in relationships. People may prioritize health-conscious activities such as cooking nutritious meals together, exercising, and practicing mindfulness. Analytical communication. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, and during this transit, there's an emphasis on clear and analytical communication in relationships. People may express their feelings logically and thoughtfully, seeking to understand and be understood by their partners. Service and support. Virgo is the sign of service, and during this transit, there may be a desire to care for and support loved ones. People may show their love by offering practical help, providing advice and guidance, and being a reliable source of support for their partners. Modesty and humility. Virgo is modest and humble, and this influence may temper expressions of love and affection during the Venus in Virgo transit. People may prefer understated displays of affection, valuing sincerity and authenticity in their relationships over grand gestures or showiness. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Libra in astrology? When Venus transits into Libra in astrology, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, representing love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, interacts with the characteristics of the zodiac sign Libra. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Libra. Focus on harmony and balance. Libra is the sign of balance, harmony, and relationships. During this transit, there's a heightened emphasis on creating harmony and balance in love and relationships. People may seek out partnerships that are equal, fair, and harmonious. Desire for partnership. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, and it's a sign that values partnership and companionship. During this transit, there may be a strong desire for companionship and connection, and people may be more open to forming new relationships or strengthening existing ones. Charm and diplomacy. Libra is known for its charm, diplomacy, and social grace. During this transit, there's a focus on smooth and harmonious interactions in relationships. People may use charm and diplomacy to navigate conflicts and disagreements, seeking compromise and understanding. Aesthetic appreciation. Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, and it's a sign that appreciates aesthetics and beauty. During this transit, there may be a heightened appreciation for art, beauty, and culture. People may be drawn to partners who have a sense of style and appreciation for aesthetics. Seeking justice and fairness. Libra is concerned with justice and fairness, and during this transit, there may be a desire for fairness and equality in relationships. People may seek partners who treat them with respect and fairness, and they may be more attuned to issues of fairness and balance in their relationships. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Scorpio in astrology? When Venus transits into Scorpio in astrology, it brings a profound shift in the way love, relationships, and values are expressed. Venus represents love, beauty, harmony, and social interactions, while Scorpio is a water sign associated with intensity, passion, and depth. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Scorpio. Intense emotions. Scorpio is known for its intense emotional energy, and when Venus transits into Scorpio, emotions may run deep. There's a tendency to experience love, desire, and other feelings with heightened intensity. Individuals may feel more passionate, possessive, and deeply connected to their partners during this time. Deep emotional bonds. Venus in Scorpio encourages the formation of deep emotional bonds in relationships. People may seek profound connections characterized by trust, vulnerability, and emotional intimacy. There's a desire for authenticity and depth in romantic interactions, leading to transformative experiences. Sexual magnetism. Scorpio is associated with sexuality and sensuality, and Venus in Scorpio enhances magnetic attraction and sexual desire. Individuals may feel more drawn to explore their sexuality and experience deep physical connections with their partners. There's a focus on intimacy and exploration in romantic encounters. Power dynamics. Scorpio is also associated with power and control, and Venus in Scorpio may bring issues related to power dynamics in relationships to the surface. Individuals may grapple with issues of trust, jealousy, and possessiveness, leading to intense emotions and potential power struggles within partnerships. Transformation and healing. Scorpio is a sign of transformation and regeneration, and Venus in Scorpio can bring opportunities for healing and growth within relationships. Individuals may undergo profound emotional transformations and release old wounds, leading to greater emotional resilience and intimacy. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Sagittarius in astrology? When Venus transits into Sagittarius in astrology, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, representing love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, interacts with the characteristics of the zodiac sign Sagittarius. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Sagittarius. Adventurous spirit. Sagittarius is known for its adventurous nature and love for exploration. During this transit, there's a focus on seeking excitement, new experiences, and adventures in love and relationships. People may feel more inclined to try new things and embrace spontaneity with their partners. Optimism and enthusiasm. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of expansion and optimism. When Venus transits into Sagittarius, there's a boost in optimism and enthusiasm in matters of love and relationships. People may approach romance with a positive outlook, believing in the potential for growth and adventure with their partners. Philosophical connections. Sagittarius is associated with higher learning, philosophy, and spirituality. During this transit, there may be a desire for intellectual stimulation and meaningful conversations in relationships. People may seek partners who share their interests in exploring new ideas, expanding their knowledge, and discussing philosophical concepts. Freedom and independence. Sagittarius values freedom and independence, and this influence may manifest in relationships during the Venus and Sagittarius transit. Individuals may prioritize personal freedom and autonomy, and they may be attracted to partners who respect their independence and encourage their personal growth. Love of travel and exploration. Sagittarius is associated with travel and exploration, and this influence may lead to a desire for adventure and discovery in relationships. People may feel a sense of wanderlust and may enjoy exploring new places, cultures, and experiences with their partners. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Capricorn in astrology? When Venus transits into Capricorn in astrology, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, representing love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, interacts with the characteristics of the zodiac sign Capricorn. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Capricorn. Practical approach to love. Capricorn is an earth sign known for its practicality, ambition, and discipline. During this transit, there's a focus on practical expressions of love and affection. People may show their love through acts of service, responsible behavior, and long-term planning in relationships. Commitment and stability. Capricorn values commitment and stability in relationships. During this transit, there may be a desire for long-term partnerships built on trust, loyalty, and reliability. People may seek partners who share their values and are willing to invest in a solid foundation for the future. Ambition and achievement. Capricorn is associated with ambition and achievement, and this influence may manifest in relationships during the Venus and Capricorn transit. Individuals may be focused on their career goals and aspirations, and they may seek partners who support their ambitions and share their drive for success. Traditional values. Capricorn is a traditional sign that values tradition, responsibility, and respect for authority. During this transit, there may be a preference for traditional gender roles and values in relationships. People may appreciate partners who are reliable, responsible, and grounded in their values. Material security. Capricorn is concerned with material security and financial stability. During this transit, there may be a focus on financial planning and security in relationships. People may seek partners who are financially responsible and able to provide stability and security for the future. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Aquarius in astrology? When Venus transits into Aquarius in astrology, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, representing love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, interacts with the characteristics of the zodiac sign Aquarius. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Aquarius. Individuality and independence. Aquarius is an air sign known for its independent and unconventional nature. During this transit, there's a focus on individuality and personal freedom in relationships. People may value their independence and seek partners who respect their need for autonomy and space. Friendship and camaraderie. Aquarius values friendship and social connections. During this transit, there may be an emphasis on forming friendships within romantic relationships. People may seek partners who are also their friends, with whom they can share common interests, ideals, and goals. Intellectual stimulation. Aquarius is associated with intellect and innovation. During this transit, there may be a desire for intellectual stimulation and meaningful conversations and relationships. People may seek partners who challenge them intellectually, share their interests, and engage in stimulating discussions about social issues, science, or technology. Progressive values. Aquarius is a progressive sign that values equality, humanitarianism, and social justice. During this transit, there may be a focus on equality and fairness in relationships. People may seek partners who share their values and are committed to making the world a better place through activism or social causes. Unconventional romance. Aquarius is known for its unconventional approach to romance. During this transit, there may be a desire for unique and non-traditional forms of expression in relationships. People may be open to experimenting with different relationship dynamics, lifestyles, or forms of intimacy. What does it mean when Venus transits to the Pisces in astrology? When Venus transits into Pisces in astrology, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, representing love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, interacts with the characteristics of the zodiac sign Pisces. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits into Pisces. Romantic idealism. Pisces is a highly romantic and idealistic sign. During this transit, there's a focus on romantic fantasies, dreams, and idealized notions of love. People may feel more sensitive, empathetic, and inclined towards expressing their love through romantic gestures and poetic expressions. Compassion and empathy. Pisces is known for its compassion, empathy, and sensitivity. During this transit, there's an emphasis on emotional connection and understanding in relationships. People may feel more attuned to the needs and feelings of their partners, showing compassion and support during times of emotional turmoil. Creativity and imagination. Pisces is associated with creativity, imagination, and the arts. During this transit, there may be a desire for creative expression and artistic pursuits in relationships. People may enjoy expressing their love through music, poetry, art, or other forms of creative expression. Spiritual connection. Pisces is a spiritual sign that values inner exploration and connection to the divine. During this transit, there may be a desire for spiritual connection and transcendence in relationships. People may seek partners who share their spiritual beliefs or who support their spiritual journey. Boundaries and reality blur. Pisces can blur boundaries and dissolve distinctions, leading to a sense of merging or oneness in relationships. During this transit, there may be a tendency to idealize partners or to lose oneself in romantic fantasies. It's important to maintain boundaries and groundedness in relationships to avoid disappointment or disillusionment. What does it mean when Venus transits to the first house in astrology? In astrology, when Venus transits the first house of your natal chart, it signifies a period where the energy of Venus, representing love, relationships, beauty, and harmony, influences your self-expression, appearance, and identity. The first house, also known as the ascendant or rising sign, represents the self, personality, and how you present yourself to the world. Here's what it generally means when Venus transits the first house. Enhanced charm and attractiveness. Venus in the first house enhances your natural charm, attractiveness, and magnetism. You may exude a sense of beauty and grace, drawing others to you effortlessly. This transit can be a favorable time for socializing, meeting new people, and making a positive impression. Focus on personal appearance. Venus in the first house encourages you to pay attention to your personal appearance and style. You may feel more inclined to dress in a way that reflects your aesthetic preferences and enhances your physical features. It's a good time for pampering yourself and investing in self-care activities that make you feel confident and attractive. Increased social interaction. With Venus transiting the first house, there's a heightened focus on social interaction and relationship building. You may feel more sociable, outgoing, and eager to connect with others on a personal level. This can be a favorable time for networking, attending social events, and forming new friendships. Emphasis on relationships. Venus in the first house can bring a greater emphasis on relationships and partnerships in your life. You may be more aware of your relationship needs and desires, and you may seek companionship and harmony in your interactions with others. This transit can also highlight themes of self-love and self-worth, encouraging you to prioritize your own happiness and well-being in relationships. Enhanced creativity and artistic expression. Venus is associated with creativity and artistic expression, and when it transits the first house, it can inspire you to express yourself creatively. You may feel more inspired to explore your artistic talents, pursue creative projects, or engage in activities that bring beauty and pleasure into your life. What does it mean when Venus transits to the second house in astrology? In astrology, when Venus transits to the second house in a person's natal chart, it can influence various aspects of their life related to finance, possessions, values, and self-worth. The second house is traditionally associated with material possessions, resources, personal finances, and one's sense of self-worth and values. Venus, being the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its own unique energy to this area of life during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the second house. Financial gain. Venus in the second house can bring opportunities for financial gain or increased income. This could manifest through bonuses, raises, successful investments, or unexpected gifts or windfalls. Enhanced sense of value. Individuals may become more attuned to their sense of self-worth and personal values during this transit. They may prioritize luxury, comfort, and aesthetic pleasures, and may invest in items or experiences that align with their values. Material comforts. There's a tendency to seek out and enjoy material comforts and indulgences during this transit. People may splurge on luxury items, pampering experiences, or beautiful possessions that bring them joy. Aesthetic appreciation. This transit can enhance one's appreciation for beauty and aesthetics, whether it's through art, music, fashion, or design. People may seek out opportunities to surround themselves with beauty and create harmonious environments. Self-worth and confidence. Individuals may experience a boost in self-confidence and self-esteem during this transit, especially if they feel valued and appreciated for their talents, skills, or personal qualities. What does it mean when Venus transits to the third house in astrology? When Venus transits the third house in astrology, it influences communication, social interactions, learning, and the immediate environment. The third house traditionally governs matters such as siblings, neighbors, short trips, learning, communication, and mental activities. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these areas of life during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the third house. Enhanced communication skills. Venus in the third house can bring charm, diplomacy, and grace to communication. People may find it easier to express themselves in a harmonious and pleasant manner, fostering positive interactions with siblings, neighbors, and peers. Socializing and networking. There's a desire to connect with others on a social level during this transit. People may enjoy attending social events, gatherings, or networking functions where they can engage in light-hearted conversations and build new connections. Expressing affection. Venus in the third house can prompt individuals to express affection and appreciation towards siblings, relatives, or close friends. This can strengthen bonds and create a sense of warmth and harmony within these relationships. Creative expression. This transit can inspire creativity in communication and expression. People may be drawn to writing, storytelling, poetry, or other forms of artistic communication as a way to express their feelings and ideas in a beautiful and harmonious manner. Short trips and excursions. There may be opportunities for enjoyable short trips, weekend getaways, or visits with siblings or relatives during this transit. These excursions can be a source of pleasure and relaxation, allowing individuals to explore new environments and connect with loved ones. What does it mean when Venus transits to the fourth house in astrology? When Venus transits the fourth house in astrology, it influences matters related to home, family, roots, emotional security, and inner peace. The fourth house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our private life, sense of belonging, and the foundation upon which we build our lives. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the fourth house. Harmonious family life. Venus in the fourth house can bring a sense of harmony and peace within the family environment. There may be increased closeness, affection, and emotional support among family members during this transit. Domestic bliss. Individuals may find joy and pleasure in beautifying their home environment during this transit. They may engage in home decor projects, redecorate their living space, or create a cozy and inviting atmosphere that fosters relaxation and comfort. Emotional security. Venus in the fourth house can enhance feelings of emotional security and well-being. People may feel more connected to their roots, traditions, and sense of belonging, finding comfort in their family history and cultural heritage. Reconnecting with roots. There may be a desire to reconnect with one's roots, ancestry, or cultural heritage during this transit. People may explore their family history, visit ancestral hometowns, or participate in traditions and rituals that honor their heritage. Inner peace and self-care. Venus in the fourth house encourages self-care practices that promote emotional well-being and inner peace. This could involve activities such as meditation, journaling, or spending quiet time alone to reflect and recharge. What does it mean when Venus transits to the fifth house in astrology? When Venus transits the fifth house in astrology, it influences creativity, romance, self-expression, pleasure, and joy. The fifth house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our creative endeavors, romantic pursuits, hobbies, and sources of enjoyment. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the fifth house. Romantic opportunities. Venus in the fifth house can bring about opportunities for romance, flirtation, and love affairs. People may feel more open to expressing their affection and may attract romantic interest from others during this transit. Creative inspiration. This transit encourages creative expression and artistic endeavors. Individuals may feel inspired to pursue hobbies such as painting, writing, music, or dance, finding joy and fulfillment in their creative pursuits. Pleasurable activities. There's a desire to indulge in pleasurable activities and experiences during this transit. People may seek out entertainment, fun outings, or leisurely pastimes that bring them joy and excitement. Fertility and children. The fifth house is also associated with children and fertility, so Venus's transit through this house may coincide with developments related to pregnancy, childbirth, or nurturing relationships with children. Social enjoyment. There's a desire to socialize and connect with others in a fun and enjoyable way during this transit. People may gravitate towards social gatherings, parties, or events where they can engage in lively conversation and share laughter with friends. What does it mean when Venus transits to the sixth house in astrology? When Venus transits the sixth house in astrology, it influences matters related to work, health, daily routines, service, and organization. The sixth house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our day-to-day responsibilities, habits, and the way we manage our physical well-being. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the 6th house. Harmonious work environment. Venus in the 6th house can bring a sense of harmony and cooperation to the work environment. Individuals may enjoy positive relationships with colleagues, bosses, or clients, making the workplace more pleasant and enjoyable. Attention to health and well-being. Venus in the 6th house encourages individuals to prioritize their health and well-being. They may adopt healthier habits, such as eating nutritious foods, exercising regularly, or practicing self-care routines that promote physical and mental wellness. Enhanced work creativity. This transit can stimulate creativity and innovation in the workplace. Individuals may find new ways to approach tasks, solve problems, or collaborate with others, leading to greater productivity and satisfaction in their work. Enjoyment of daily routines. There's a desire to find pleasure and beauty in the simple routines of daily life. People may take pleasure in organizing their workspace, beautifying their surroundings, or finding joy in mundane tasks through mindfulness and appreciation. Balanced work-life integration. This transit encourages a balance between work and personal life. People may strive to create boundaries between work responsibilities and leisure activities, ensuring they have time to relax, recharge, and enjoy life outside of work. What does it mean when Venus transits to the 7th house in astrology? When Venus transits the 7th house in astrology, it significantly influences matters related to partnerships, relationships, marriage, and collaboration. The 7th house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our one-on-one interactions, contractual agreements, and significant others. Venus, being the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, amplifies these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the 7th house. Enhanced relationship harmony. Venus in the 7th house brings a period of increased harmony and enjoyment in partnerships. This could manifest as smoother communication, deeper emotional connections, and a greater sense of appreciation for one's partner. Romantic opportunities. There may be increased opportunities for romantic encounters, dates, and experiences during this transit. People may feel more open to exploring new relationships or deepening existing ones. Focus on marriage and commitment. Venus in the 7th house often signifies a period when marriage and long-term commitment are emphasized. It can be a favorable time for couples to take their relationship to the next level, such as getting engaged or married. Business partnerships and collaborations. The 7th house also governs business partnerships and collaborations. Transit of Venus through this house can facilitate smooth interactions with business associates, clients, or collaborators, leading to mutually beneficial agreements and outcomes. Legal matters and contracts. The 7th house also governs legal matters and contracts, so Venus's transit through this house may coincide with favorable outcomes in legal negotiations or the signing of beneficial contracts, particularly those related to partnerships or marriage. What does it mean when Venus transits to the 8th house in astrology? When Venus transits the 8th house in astrology, it influences matters related to intimacy, transformation, shared resources, and psychological depth. The 8th house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our deepest desires, emotional bonds, and experiences of change and regeneration. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the 8th house. Intense emotional connections. Venus in the 8th house can bring about intense emotional connections and experiences in relationships. Individuals may feel a deeper bond with their partner, characterized by trust, vulnerability, and mutual understanding. Transformation in relationships. The 8th house is associated with transformation and rebirth, so Venus's transit through this house may coincide with significant changes or shifts in relationships. This could involve the deepening of existing bonds, the emergence of new dynamics, or the ending of relationships that no longer serve one's growth. Shared finances and resources. Venus in the 8th house can influence matters related to shared finances, investments, and joint resources in relationships. Individuals may seek to establish a sense of financial security with their partner, or they may experience changes in financial arrangements within partnerships. Psychological healing. This transit can facilitate psychological healing and transformation through relationships. Individuals may confront deep-seated emotional wounds or insecurities, leading to greater self-awareness and emotional growth with the support of their partner. Sexual magnetism. Venus in the 8th house can enhance sexual magnetism and allure, making individuals more attractive and seductive to others. There may be a heightened desire for passionate and transformative sexual experiences during this transit. What does it mean when Venus transits to the 9th house in astrology? When Venus transits the 9th house in astrology, it influences matters related to beliefs, higher education, travel, philosophy, and spirituality. The 9th house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our quest for meaning, exploration of new horizons, and expansion of consciousness. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the 9th house. Expansion of beliefs. Venus in the 9th house can bring about an expansion of beliefs and ideologies. Individuals may feel drawn to explore different philosophies, religions, or spiritual practices, seeking to broaden their understanding of the world and their place within it. Desire for higher learning. This transit encourages a desire for higher education and intellectual pursuits. People may feel inspired to enroll in courses, workshops, or seminars that deepen their knowledge and broaden their horizons. Love of travel. Venus in the 9th house fosters a love of travel and exploration. Individuals may feel drawn to embark on adventures to foreign lands, immerse themselves in new cultures, and experience the beauty and diversity of the world. Romance abroad. Venus in the 9th house can coincide with romantic encounters or relationships that occur during travels, or with individuals from different cultural backgrounds. These relationships may be characterized by a sense of adventure and open-mindedness. Spiritual awakening. The 9th house is associated with spiritual growth and enlightenment, so Venus's transit through this house may coincide with a period of spiritual awakening or deepening of one's spiritual practices. Individuals may feel drawn to explore mystical or esoteric teachings, meditation, or mindfulness practices. What does it mean when Venus transits to the 10th house in astrology? When Venus transits the 10th house in astrology, it influences matters related to career, public image, reputation, authority, and ambition. The 10th house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our professional aspirations, achievements, and how we are perceived by society. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the 10th house. Professional success. Venus in the 10th house can bring about opportunities for professional success and recognition. Individuals may receive praise, accolades, or promotions for their work, leading to an enhanced reputation and status in their field. Positive public image. This transit enhances one's public image and charm. People may be perceived as more attractive, likable, and charismatic in the eyes of others, which can be beneficial for career advancement and social interactions. Harmonious work environment. Venus in the 10th house fosters a harmonious and cooperative work environment. Individuals may enjoy positive relationships with colleagues, supervisors, or authority figures, creating a supportive atmosphere for career growth and success. Creative expression in career. This transit encourages creative expression in one's career or professional endeavors. Individuals may find innovative ways to showcase their talents, beautify their workspace, or add a touch of elegance and creativity to their professional projects. Socializing for career networking. There's a tendency to engage in socializing and networking activities that are beneficial for career advancement. People may attend networking events, professional gatherings, or business meetings where they can make valuable connections and expand their professional circle. What does it mean when Venus transits to the 11th house in astrology? When Venus transits the 11th house in astrology, it influences matters related to friendships, social networks, group activities, aspirations, and humanitarian causes. The 11th house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our social circles, hopes, dreams, and collective endeavors. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the 11th house. Expansion of social circle. Venus in the 11th house can bring about an expansion of one's social circle. Individuals may find themselves connecting with new friends or reconnecting with old ones, fostering a sense of camaraderie and belonging within social groups. Harmonious friendships. This transit fosters harmonious and enjoyable friendships. People may feel a deeper sense of connection and understanding with their friends, leading to supportive and fulfilling relationships within social circles. Support for aspirations. Venus in the 11th house supports one's hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Friends and social connections may play a supportive role in helping individuals achieve their goals, providing encouragement, advice, or networking opportunities. Collaborative projects. This transit encourages collaboration and teamwork in pursuit of common goals. Individuals may find success in group projects, community initiatives, or humanitarian causes that benefit from collective effort and cooperation. Networking for professional opportunities. There's a focus on networking and building connections that can benefit career or personal development. Individuals may leverage their social connections to explore new job opportunities, seek mentorship, or expand their professional network. What does it mean when Venus transits to the 12th house in astrology? When Venus transits the 12th house in astrology, it influences matters related to spirituality, subconscious patterns, solitude, and hidden desires. The 12th house traditionally governs these areas of life, representing our subconscious mind, dreams, and the unseen realms of existence. Venus, as the planet of love, beauty, harmony, and pleasure, adds its unique energy to these aspects during its transit. Here are some potential effects of Venus transiting the 12th house. Spiritual awakening. Venus in the 12th house can coincide with a period of spiritual awakening or deepening of spiritual practices. Individuals may feel a stronger connection to their intuition, inner guidance, or higher power, leading to a greater sense of peace and inner fulfillment. Sensitivity and empathy. This transit enhances sensitivity and empathy towards others' emotions and experiences. People may feel more attuned to the emotions of those around them, fostering compassion and understanding in their interactions. Unconscious desires. The 12th house represents the realm of the unconscious mind, so Venus's transit through this house may bring hidden desires and subconscious patterns to the surface. Individuals may become more aware of their deepest longings, fears, and desires, allowing for greater self-discovery and healing. Creative inspiration. This transit can stimulate creative inspiration that arises from the depths of the subconscious mind. Individuals may find inspiration in dreams, meditation, or introspective practices, leading to artistic expression that reflects their innermost thoughts and feelings. Release of past trauma. The 12th house is associated with healing and closure, so Venus's transit through this house may facilitate the release of past trauma or emotional baggage. Individuals may experience a sense of emotional liberation and forgiveness, allowing them to move forward with greater clarity and peace. What does it mean when Venus in the North Node in Western astrology? The North Node reflects Dharma, the soul's unfolding journey toward what must be learned, embraced, and embodied for higher growth. Venus governs your attractions, relationships, value systems, and how you give and receive love. When Venus aligns with the North Node, your relational world is being recalibrated toward your future path. This is not about finding comfort in what you already know. It's about redefining what love, beauty, and worth look like when rooted in your soul's true direction. Redefining attraction in service of growth. You may feel drawn to people, values, or aesthetics that feel strangely unfamiliar but deeply significant. These attractions are not random, they are part of your dharmic unfolding. Embracing relationship as a spiritual teacher. Partnerships or new connections during this time often carry a soul contract quality. They may challenge your old patterns and invite you to love in more expansive, conscious ways. Elevation of values to match soul purpose. What you desire, what you find beautiful, and what you consider worthy may shift. This is a time to align your material and emotional preferences with your higher self. Choosing connection that uplifts your path. You are called to be more intentional about who and what you let into your intimate life. Dharmic Venus transits require discernment. Only that which supports your evolution belongs. Developing a new sense of self-worth. At the core, this is a transit about learning to value yourself differently. You are stepping into a deeper experience of inner beauty and soul-aligned love, both given and received. What does it mean when Venus in the South Node in Western astrology? The South Node reveals karma, patterns of attachment, pleasure, and emotional habit carried across lifetimes. Venus, as the planet of connection and desire, becomes a key figure in karmic entanglements. When Venus transits the South Node, it brings old relational dynamics to the surface, some ripe for healing, others for graceful release. It also awakens karmic memories around love, pleasure, beauty, and self-worth, urging you to integrate or let go with wisdom. Reappearance of past love patterns. Familiar relationship dynamics may return, either through actual people or emotional echoes. These are karmic checkpoints, offering the chance to notice what no longer fits. Karmic entanglements in the realm of desire. Strong attractions may arise that feel fated, but not necessarily healthy. This is a time to question whether the magnetic pole serves your evolution or repeats a cycle. Deconstructing inherited values. Your preferences and priorities in love, money, or beauty may feel outdated. This transit asks, are these truly yours, or are they inherited from karmic conditioning? Healing through soft attachment. Venus in the South Node invites a gentle unraveling, not a harsh cutting away, but a conscious softening of attachments that once served but now restrict. Remembering love as a spiritual legacy. Past life emotional wisdom is available during this time. Creative talents, emotional depth, or refined aesthetics may return, not to trap you in nostalgia, but to be repurposed for higher service.